Hello everyone, how are you? Good to see you guys. I see quite a few of you have joined. I see Akshansh is there, Mohammed is there, Dhanesh, Shiva, Manisha, Naveen, Avni, Mansi, Ankit, Madhichetty is there, Ajitab is there. Good to see you guys. A very good morning. I am good, Dhanesh. Thanks for asking. I hope you are good too. Let's wait for 15-20 seconds for others also to join. Meanwhile, any questions? Kuch we discussed a very important concept in the last class. I remember आपका limited, unlisted, your private limited, your public sector, your private sector, right? I hope that is clear. I hope those concepts are clear. Good morning to all of you. Jaspreet, Mayur, Shiva is there, Bhumika, Vidhi, Neha. Okay, Misha is there. Neha is typing 6 times. 6 times good morning to you, Neha, as well. Hira is there. If I'm calling your name right, Hira, right? Okay, cool. Mayur, Pranjal, Ravin, awesome. A very happy morning to you as well. Good, Shiva. Happy to know that you are fine. There used to be a joke in our school, probably whenever our teacher used to say, "How are you?" We used to call fine and she would ask for 100 rupees. Fine lag gaya aapko. Very poor joke. But ठीक है, school में ऐसे ही joke होता है. Very poor joke, I know. It's very poor joke. Sure, I'm good. I'm good, Neha. Thank you. I'm good, Hira. I'm good. How to prepare for this subject? कुछ नहीं है यार, स्टोरी है. दिस एंटायर सब्जेक्ट सीबीसी क्या है, स्टोरी है. स्टोरी स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम बिजनेस. बिजनेस क्या होता है, कमर्शियल नॉलेज क्या होती है, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट थिंग्स दैट अ बिजनेस हैज टू लुक इनटू, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स, किस टाइप से बिजनेस हो सकता है, राइट, डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ बिजनेस क्या है. उसके बाद वी स्टडी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट थिंग्स, राइट. बड़ी बड़ी अच्छी चीजें पढ़ते हैं बिजनेस के बारे में. बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट पढ़ते हैं, बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पढ़ते हैं. Then we'll talk about certain like organizations which are helping business. जैसे हम आरबीआई के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, सेबी के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, right? All these organizations are actually helping businesses कि भाई आप business करो, we will support you, right? Axis Bank, can government organization open a private bank? Absolutely yes, absolutely. देखो, we discussed अगर government का share holding, if the government owns less than 50%, वो तो प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक है. अगर गवर्नमेंट के पास उस बैंक की ओनरशिप इज मोर देन 51%, इट बिकम्स अ पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक. तो गवर्नमेंट कैन ऑल्सो, देखो एचडीएफसी बैंक, लेट्स से एचडीएफसी बैंक है. एचडीएफसी बैंक में इफ 20% ऑफ द शेयर्स, 20% ऑफ द ओनरशिप इज विद द गवर्नमेंट, दैट डजंट मीन वो गवर्नमेंट का बैंक है, वो प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक है. बट गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो ओन्स सर्टेन परसेंटेज विच इज लेस देन 50%. अभी गवर्नमेंट ओन्स लेस देन 50%, इसका मतलब सिंपल है कि वो गवर्नमेंट का बैंक नहीं है, वो प्राइवेट पब्लिक का बैंक है. इट्स अ प्राइवेट बैंक बट इट इज नॉट अ पब्लिक सेक्टर. सरकार का बैंक नहीं है, ये 50% से कम सरकार के पास है, राइट. Cool, great question. When is my birthday? My birthday is on 29th February. Sure. Now keep finding when is 29th February. It never comes. uh, Can government, okay, yes, that is what I answered. Cool. If government owns 50.5%, then it's a private or public? It's still a private sector bank. 51 and above, देखो लॉ ने स्पेसिफाई कर दिया 51% एंड अबव. 50.5 पे भी वो प्राइवेट होगा, राइट. ऐसे 50.5 क्यों, 50.001 कर लो ना. इसीलिए सरकार ने डोंट प्ले विद दीज नंबर्स, 51 एंड अबव होना चाहिए. शिवा, हाउ मेनी मार्क्स डिड आई स्कोर इन दिस सब्जेक्ट? ऑनेस्टली मेरे टाइम पे ये सब्जेक्ट था भी. When I cleared, there was CPT, there was not foundation, right? But somewhat similar in these lines is what CPT had, right? The common proficiency test. So I scored really well in that CPT. Itna to I can assure you, I scored really well in CPT. I also scored well in intermediate. Final में भी अच्छे marks थे. Absolutely, Arnav. If my birthday is on 29th Feb, मैं तो 4-5 साल का ही हूँ अभी, right? Because after 4 years only I'll get my birthday. I'm 5 years old, sir. I am. मेरी तो टिकट भी नहीं लगेगी. I'm very young. I roam everywhere free of cost. मेरी टिकट नहीं लगती. Cool. Can we start with आपका chapter number 3 where we left off? बहुत जल्दी we'll study about organizations. What I'll do is I'll brisk you through the chapter, entire chapter, पूरा chapter एक brisk through करेंगे. Right? We'll understand about the companies. Right? We'll understand about the organizations. फटाफट से पढ़ेंगे because the idea of this chapter is you will have to remember certain things. You will have to read this entire chapter thoroughly, which is very difficult for me to read with you thoroughly. So what I'll do is we will quickly go through the what do we say? Go through the organizations. वो करती क्या है? What are the brief introduction? क्या चीज है? History क्या है? What is the portfolio of that company? And probably wherever there is a new concept, right? या फिर कोई information bubble है या कोई नया concept है, तो वो साथ साथ we'll study. That is what we'll understand. Any questions that you have from the study material, any question that you find कि ये क्या चीज है? What is this? I'll try to help you understand that thing, and that is how we go on, right? And I stayed in like a lot of states. I cannot define where I am from. I stayed in 6-7 states, right? Yes, I cleared in one attempt, Varsha. Portfolio means variety. नहीं. Portfolio means more like a bouquet of things that you do, right? आपके portfolio is different things, different businesses that a company does. That is called portfolio, right? Yes, I cleared my exams in first attempt, sir. हो जाता है सर, तुक्का लग जाता है. But it also requires थोड़ा concentration. Oh, youngest CA of India. I'm 5 years old CA. Awesome. Limca Book of Records में I should get myself enrolled. Cool. ठीक है, let us quickly start with where we left off. देखो, what we did was हमने क्या किया? अदानी के बारे में पढ़ा. We started by understanding Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited. इस कंपनी के बारे में हमने पढ़ा, right? Which is APSEZ. Special Economic Zone क्या होता है? This is also we understood कि what is Special Economic Zone. Special Economic Zone is a special zone, एक area होता है in India that government has defined, wherein if you start your business, if you do your business, you get a lot of business benefits. Like you get a lot of business benefits की free electricity, subsidized water, subsidized land rate, free land मिलता है, tax holiday मिलती है, so that they attract business owners. They start their business there and the employment increases in that particular area. जब उस area की development करनी है, so that is something a government starts a special economic zone. ठीक है? Cool. And it is into logistics business. Logistic क्या होता है? From delivery of goods from one place to another, right? Then we also understood कि Forbes जैसे आपका film fair होता है, like you have different magazines which are ranking people, which are ranking personalities. ऐसे ही there is a magazine called Forbes. Right? There is a magazine called Forbes. Forbes क्या करता है? Forbes कुछ नहीं करता है, simple है, ranking देता है to world's most biggest, most affluent, one of the biggest companies in the world को ranking देता है. And in Forbes की ranking, Adani Ports and SEZ is 1489. 1489th rank है world में Adani Ports and SEZ की as per 2021 की list. Right? Cool. Then we went on to understand about Asian Paints. भैया Asian Paints क्या करता है? Asian Paints is a paints company. It is a limited company. Look at this. It's a limited company. It's a public company. जिस कंपनी के पीछे limited लिखा है, that is a public company. जिस कंपनी के पीछे private limited लिखा है, that is a private limited company. That's a private company. Both these companies are private sector company. A company owned by the government is called the public sector company. उसके बारे में also we'll study. Asian Paints operates in 16 countries. Very big MNC. Started in like it's headquartered in Mumbai. 1942 में started by, and the current is Mr. Amit Singhal. Right? This is, you have to learn these things, boss. इसके आगे you cannot escape. ये पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा, ये याद रखना ही पड़ेगा. Right? Okay. फिलोसफी क्या है, दे वांट टू बी इन द, अभी टॉप 5 में है, अभी इनका एशिया में नंबर 1 है, या फिर इंडिया में नंबर 1 है, एशिया में नंबर 5 है, नंबर 7 है, वर्ल्ड में ये टॉप 5 कंपनीज ऑफ द कंपनीज हु आर क्रिएटिंग डेकोरेटिव कोटिंग्स, उसमें दे वांट टू गेट देमसेल्व्स enrolled. That is what they aim to do, right? That is what their aim is. Cool. Now, what are portfolio? What are kinds of businesses? What are products and services it offers? See, what is a portfolio? Portfolio कुछ नहीं है. Portfolio are the different products and services that this company offers. ठीक है. Interior wall की finishes, अंदर की दीवारों का paint, exterior wall finishes, बाहर की दीवारों का paint, enamels क्या हुआ, metal का paint हो गया, XYZ किसी और चीज का paint हो गया, and then wood finishes, wood का paint होता है, लकड़ी paint करते हैं, right? All these kinds of paints products is what Asian Paints develops, manufactures and sells. Okay. Forbes की लिस्ट में this is 1536th रैंक पे. Cool. Then we also studied about आपका एक्सिस बैंक. एक्सिस बैंक के बारे में पढ़ रहे थे, जहां पे you got a question कि भाई ये सरकार ने शुरू किया, this was started by the government. How is it is a private sector bank? See, it is a private sector bank क्योंकि government owns less than 51% in this bank. Even though government started this, धीरे धीरे सरकार ने धीरे धीरे द गवर्नमेंट सेल ऑफ इट्स पोर्शन, सेल ऑफ इट्स शेयर होल्डिंग टू द जनरल पब्लिक. अभी आप एक्सिस बैंक लिमिटेड है, इट्स अ पब्लिक कंपनी विच इज लिस्टेड ऑन द स्टॉक एक्सचेंज. आप जाके एक्सिस बैंक के शेयर्स खरीद सकते हैं. यू कैन गो एंड बाय एक्सिस बैंक शेयर्स फ्रॉम द स्टॉक एक्सचेंज विच इज नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज और द बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, राइट. इट वाज स्टार्टेड बाय कपल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज, गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. Slowly, steadily उसको बेचते हुए they turned it into a private sector bank, and it is India's most technology driven Axis Bank, private sector bank, because Axis Bank has closed all its branches. It is a completely on mobile bank, right? Axis Bank completely phone पे आने वाला है. I think very few branches are still operational, but everything of Axis Bank is on your cell phone, on your app, right? It is a very technology heavy driven bank. Cool. Philosophy, vision and mission क्या है? Vision क्या है कि भाई they want to be a preferred financial services solutions provider. They want everyone to come to Axis Bank. Kiसी और बैंक में नहीं जाए. That is what every business wants, right? That is what their vision as well is. Core value क्या है? They want to be the customer centric. They want to serve the customer. They want to be transparent. They want teamwork and ownership, right? Teamwork होना चाहिए, and they want ownership. कि भाई हम जो कह रहे हैं हम करके दिखाएंगे. What I'm promising to my customers, I will deliver is what they strive by. Okay. Portfolio क्या क्या करता है? Retail banking, banking for you and me. Corporate banking, banking for the businesses, loan देना, credit line, export import services, doing all that documentation, house loan, business loan, right? Retail banking में भी have education loan, house loan, car loan. All these are retail banking. Corporate banking is business को loan देना. And international banking, we know people doing export and import, people sending money to US, people getting money from US, people getting money from Europe. Those are the services also is what Axis Bank is providing, right? Awesome. My name, yeah, I have raised this request. मैंने raised request कर दी है with the technical team that my name is not reflecting on the feedback form. I requested 2-3 times. Probably they will add it. अभी है, we have couple of sessions. अभी chapter 3 पे है. We have to go till chapter 6. So by that time feedback form तो आ जाए, right? Okay. Do we need to remember present heads of all companies mentioned in the study material? Absolutely yes. Bajaj भी private sector है. Yes. अभी आएंगे उस पे, right? SEC is for foreign companies only? No. It is for domestic companies. Okay. What is the difference between NSE and BSE? National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange. दो अलग stock exchanges हैं जहाँ पे companies जाके पैसा ले सकते हैं from general public. वही difference है. It's a national stock exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange. दो अलग चीजें, दो अलग stock exchanges हैं, right? Asian Paints Limited set by Choksi said absolutely yes. That is right, Naveen. SEC is not for foreign companies. It's for everyone who wants to set up their business there. So, अभी Tesla क्या हो रहा है? Tesla wants to come into India. So, सरकार is saying, boss, if you want to set up your manufacturing unit in India, you will have to set up in a special economic zone ताकि वहाँ पे employment, right? So, even for the foreign companies, the government wants that they open their businesses in SEC. वो SEC में खोलेंगे, अगर वो SEC में खोलेंगे, तभी तो वहां का बेनिफिट होगा, तभी तो दोज प्लेसेस, तभी तो दैट प्लेस विल गेट एम्प्लॉयमेंट, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाट इज द एसेंस ऑफ योर एक्ससीजी इज, so that companies open their businesses in these places, right? Sure, we will practice some MCQs also. We'll practice some questions. That is what I said. Chapter 3 के बाद, Chapter 3 तक we'll study. Chapter 3 के बाद I'll take 30-40 minutes next session में question answer करें. Like we'll do question answers, very tough question answers. थोड़े मुश्किल question answers I'll do. इसीलिए I want to complete Chapter 3 today. क्योंकि ये this is very theoretical chapter, right? इसको run through करेंगे फटाफट से. Concepts, I've given you the concepts of Chapter 3. What are the different roles of CAs? Limited, unlisted, listed, private sector, public sector क्या चीज है? We have done that. So we'll just run through the organizations very quickly in the next 2 hours, and उसके बाद next session में question answer chapter 1, 2, 3 के करेंगे, which are going to be slightly tough from an exam perspective, right? Cool. For international transaction, is there a separate process like SWIFT? There are a lot of processes. When you get into this thing, SWIFT is one of those, but there are काफी other ways also, right? Wire transfer भी होता है आजकल, तो online transfer कर दो, NFT अब crypto currency में करते हो, so a lot of things are happening, right? Cool. Let us go to Bajaj Auto Limited. Bajaj Auto Limited क्या है? 1945. Bajaj Group owns, पुणे में है. This company has its headquarters in Pune. Chairman is Mr. Rahul Bajaj, MD CEO Rajiv Bajaj, CFO Mr. Soman Ray. Okay. Now, it was founded by Jamnalal Bajaj in Rajasthan. देखो headquarter पुणे में है. However, it was founded by Jamnalal Bajaj in Rajasthan in 1940s. The Bajaj Group, right? Bajaj Group. If you look at this, what they write, Bajaj distinctly ahead. What is this distinctly ahead? Distinctly ahead कुछ नहीं. Distinctly ahead is simple their tagline. It is called a tagline. It is so that people relate to you. The people understand कि आपका business करता क्या है. What is your business delivering? What is that special thing that your business is delivering to the customers? वो बताने के लिए brands use a tagline, and this is Bajaj की tagline, that we are distinctly ahead. That is हम बाकियों से बहुत आगे हैं. But we are distinctly ahead of everyone else is what their tagline is, right? Okay, it is distinctly ahead. Now let us go on to the next one, which is, it was founded in Rajasthan in 1940s. It obtained a license from the government of India to manufacture 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers, and it became a public limited company in 1960. देखो 1960 तक it was a private company. In 1960 it became a public limited company, right? Absolutely, it's a tagline, which are wonderful. Okay, we have a question. अच्छा क्वेश्चन लग रहा है. गवर्नमेंट चूजेस ओनली दोज एरियाज दैट वर अनएम्प्लॉयड एट हाई लेवल. एब्सोल्युटली यस प्रियंका, दैट इज व्हाट द आइडिया इज. जहां पे दे वांट मोर डेवलपमेंट, दैट एरिया को वो दे कंसीडर एरियाज नियर दैट दे क्रिएट एससीजीज. ओके. कैन अ कंपनी हायर 2 or more person as CFO of the company? No, there is generally only one CFO. लड़ाई क्यों करवानी है आपको? Why do you want 3-4 CFOs? लड़ाई हो जाएगी भूमिका. लड़ाई नहीं करवानी हमें. So we only keep one CFO. So in every sector we have some reason दूसरे दिखाने की हम बहुत हैं competitive. So competitive हम absolutely by getting competitive advantage. समीर, आपको वो याद है हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट में. बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट पढ़ते हमने क्या पढ़ा था कि भाई आप अपने एक तरीका है हाउ डू यू बीट कंपटीशन इज बाय क्रिएटिंग कंपिटिटिव एडवांटेज. आप कंपिटिटर से बेटर हो जाएं कुछ चीज करके. दैट इज व्हाट कंपिटिटिव एडवांटेज इज. आप अपने कंपिटिटर से कुछ बेहतर करके जो चार्ज मोर मनी फ्रॉम द कस्टमर से इसकी भाई मजा आ गया. नाउ थिंक अबाउट दिस. आपके एरिया में यू विल हैव सम छोले भटूरे वाला, ठीक है. देयर विल 2-3 होंगे, 2-3 छोले भटूरे वाले होंगे. एक की दुकान बहुत फेमस होगी, द अदर टूज विल नॉट बी दैट फेमस, राइट? सो व्हाई इज दैट सो? They have created a niche for them. कुछ ऐसा माउथ पब्लिसिटी हो गई, कुछ ऐसी मार्केटिंग हो गई कि भाई वो छोले भटूरे के ऊपर एक स्पेशल अचार डाल के देता है. वो अचार इतना पसंद आया हमें कि भाई हम उसके छोले भटूरे अचार के लिए खाने जाते हैं. So that is something that he brought unique, and उसकी वजह से उसका बिजनेस बाकियों से बड़ा हो गया, right? Just it can be anything. देखो, it can be anything. बिना सोचे भी बिजनेस स्ट्रैटेजी बन जाती है. बट आइडियली फॉर अ बिग कंपनी यू हैव टू स्ट्रैटेजाइज कि अच्छा ऐसे बेचेंगे, राइट? लाइक LG लाइफ गुड्स, LG का तो फुल फॉर्म ही लाइफ गुड है, वो टैगलाइन थोड़ी है। स्लोगन ऑफ द कंपनी, टैगलाइन, दैट इज राइट। कूल। व्हाट अबाउट, हम पढ़ रहे हैं बजाज के बारे में। बजाज जी क्या कह रहे हैं? इट इज द वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट थ्री व्हीलर मैन्युफैक्चरर। भाई जितना ऑटो बनता है दुनिया में, whoever is making ऑटो, आपका थ्री व्हीलर ऑटो आता है, टुक टुक आता है, ऑटो रिक्शा जो है, the auto rickshaw, it is the world's largest auto rickshaw manufacturer. Bajaj Auto, Bajaj Auto Limited is the world's largest three-wheeler manufacturer. दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा ऑटो रिक्शा बनाने वाली कंपनी इज बजाज ऑटो लिमिटेड, right? It is the largest, India's largest exporter of motorcycles and three wheelers. If you go and see any video of Africa, अगर आप अफ्रीका की कोई वीडियो देखेंगे, all the bikes, all the motorcycles in आपका Africa are either Bajaj or TVS. Africa पूरे में Bajaj and TVS are being sold. All the trucks and all majority of cars are by Tata in Africa, right? So Bajaj is India's largest exporter of motorcycles and three wheelers, right? विजन क्या है भाई बजाज का? विजन क्या है बजाज को अपने आप नेक्स्ट 20 years में? बजाज अपने आप को कहाँ देखता है? टू अटेन वर्ल्ड क्लास एक्सेलेंसी बाय डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिंग वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स टू द कस्टमर। कस्टमर को वैल्यू एडिशन मिलनी चाहिए भाई। 1 लाख रुपए में अगर मुझे बजाज डिस्कवर मिल रही है, यू रिमेम्बर दैट एड, बजाज डिस्कवर 80 किलोमीटर की माइलेज देता था, राइट? सो टू क्रिएट एन एक्सेलेंसी विद कस्टमर वैल्यू, कस्टमर को लगे यार पैसा वसूल हो गया प्रोडक्ट खरीद के। मिशन इज फोकस ऑन वैल्यू बेस्ड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, कंटिन्यूअल इंप्रूवमेंट, टोटल एलिमिनेशन ऑफ वेस्ट। वेस्ट नहीं होना चाहिए, हम जो प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं उसमें वेस्ट नहीं होना चाहिए। कंटिन्यूअल इंप्रूवमेंट, कॉन्टिन्यूसली, लाइक आपको डे आफ्टर डे, वन डे आफ्टर द अदर, एवरी मंथ कुछ ना कुछ इंप्रूवमेंट लाते रहनी है, इज व्हाट दे हैव देयर मिशन एज, कि ये ऐसे हम बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं। विजन इज व्हाट यू वांट टू अचीव, मिशन इज हाउ यू वांट टू अचीव। Vision is what you want to achieve. Mission is how you want to achieve. What we want to achieve is customer excellency. How you want to do that? By continual improvement, by focus on value-based manufacturing, by eliminating waste, ताकि हमारी cost गिर जाए. When your cost decreases, your price decreases. When the price decreases, customer feels happy. यानी सस्ता सामान मिल रहा है और quality सामान मिल रहा है, right? That is what Bajaj Auto is. कुछ मोटरसाइकिल्स के नाम याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, दिस इज जस्ट फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, लाइक अवेंजर, CT100, डोमिनार क्या बाइक है, पीपल are buying Dominar like anything. Discover, Pulsar, you remember Pulsar, right? Three wheelers when you have RE Compact, ये सब ऑटो के, these are all three wheelers, auto rickshaw के models, right? RE Compact 4S. Then low cost cars also, it is created Bajaj Qute and Bajaj RE60. छोटी छोटी गाड़ियां भी बनाई हैं, चलती नहीं है ज्यादा, it's more into two wheelers and three wheelers, but this is also what they have done. Forbes की लिस्ट में 116 20th रैंक, Bajaj has 1620 रैंक इन आपका Forbes की लिस्टिंग, राइट? करेक्ट, लाइक गुड फूड गुड लाइफ, नेस्ले का टैगलाइन है, वंडरफुल, ओके। In our side, there is only one, then it is called monopoly. Okay. Absolutely. If you are the only one doing that something, और कोई कर नहीं पा रहा, it becomes a monopoly. Like Indian Railways, ट्रेन और कोई नहीं चला रहा इंडिया में, तो उनकी मोनोपोली है, right? That is the monopoly. क्योंकि इंडिया में और कोई तो ट्रेन चला ही नहीं रहा, right? Your vision is to become a CA, and your mission is to do hard work from becoming CA. Absolutely right. What you want to do is you want to become a chartered accountant. How you want to do that? By studying, right? Awesome. And that is what you're doing. So you're on track. Acha, let us quickly study about Bharti Airtel Limited. Again, a limited company. Bharti Airtel क्या करती है किसी को बताने की जरूरत ही नहीं. We don't want to know Bharti करती क्या है. What does Bharti Airtel do? एयरटेल क्या करते किसी को बताने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, बट लेट अस क्विकली अंडरस्टैंड। 1995 में, इट स्टार्टेड इन 1995, भारती ग्रुप इज ओनर, हेडक्वार्टर न्यू दिल्ली, चेयरमैन सुनील भारती मित्तल, प्रेजेंट MD CFO गोपाल मित्तल, CFO मिस्टर बादल बागरी, राइट? इट इज अ लीडिंग ग्लोबल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन कंपनी विद ऑपरेशंस इन 20 कंट्रीज। एयरटेल भी अफ्रीका में सबसे ज्यादा चलता है, सो अ लॉट ऑफ इंडियन कंपनीज have created their businesses even in Africa. Bajaj, Tata, Airtel, all these companies have also done huge business in African continent, right? In Africa. अब जाएंगे अफ्रीका जाएंगे, एयरटेल का सिम दौड़ेगा, right? या तो आपका BSNL, either your BSNL will work or your Airtel will work in Africa. Like that is what magic of Indian companies in your that area of Africa is, right? So it provides GSM, 3G, 4G, 5G आ गया है आपके घर पे. Internet is by Airtel, fine broadband line, fixed line broadband, voice services, businesses के SMS आते हैं आपको, रोज ऐड आते हैं. जोमेटो से SMS आता है, you get SMS from Swiggy, you get SMS from all these companies for ad. The property ले लो, गाड़ी ले लो, घड़ियां ले लो, right? All these SMSs you keep getting. Airtel is giving those services to those businesses. ठीक है, आप you tell us, we'll send 1 lakh SMSs daily on your behalf, right? So that is what also Airtel does, right? It has more than 400 million subscribers as on date, and it is growing exponentially with competition with Jio, right? The biggest competition of Airtel is Jio. You know that, right? Philosophy क्या है? Philosophy, vision to enrich the lives of customer. Company's obsession is to win customers. Vision है कि customer को complaint नहीं होनी चाहिए. There should be zero complaint for the customer, and that is what their ad also says. Airtel की ad में क्या लिखा है, right? Airtel की ad में it is written, जो ad आती है, zero complaints is what they want to achieve. The mission is hunger to win customers for life. Their mission is we want to enrich lives of customer by delivering the best quality to them throughout their life, right? भारती एयरटेल कभी भी एयरटेल नहीं था, right? वो एयरटेल, भारती एयरटेल ही उसका नाम है. We generally by speaking we call it Airtel. अब जैसे Jio is Reliance Jio, ऐसे Airtel is भारती एयरटेल, right? Airtel is an MNC, absolutely multinational company है, because इंडिया में है, अफ्रीका में है, इंडोनेशिया में है, थाईलैंड में है, right? So it is multinational company, right? टीवी भी है, Airtel TV भी आता है. Many of you would be using Airtel TV also. Difference between chairman and director, we have studied this. now आपका chairman and director बहुत different है यार. chairman और director तो अलग ही चीज है. chairman बहुत ऊपर बैठे हैं, director थोड़ा सा नीचे आते हैं, right? Airtel has signed with 6 consortium recently, right? They keep taking loans because they want to grow their business. They want to compete with Jio. उसके लिए पैसा चाहिए, so they are taking huge loans, right? I also read about it somewhere back. I don't remember where, but okay, I've studied that. So what are the portfolio? क्या services, what all products does Airtel give? Is telemedia, digital television. Telemedia क्या है? जैसे broadband internet services देता है, digital television, right? Direct to home, D2H services देता है, DTH services देता है, direct to home TV, dish TV आ रहा है आपके पास. That is what Airtel does. Enterprise, like I told you, SMSs, ad के SMS, घड़ी ले लो, take like best offer for cars, best offers for property, 10,000 square feet, wonderful, at 40 lakhs only, you get these SMSs. That is what Airtel is helping those businesses with. That is the kind of service it is giving. Enterprise service, mobile data service, अपने phone, SIM, internet, 2G, 4G, 3G, 5G, right? Enterprise business solutions like GPRS based. अच्छा, it is also giving your geopolitical location, जैसे location tracking services होता है. अब Zomato है, think about this. So there is Zomato. So Zomato क्या कर रहा है आपको? Zomato is telling कि आपका हम track कर लेंगे, we'll track your people, we'll do that. Now, when you order something on that app, someone is tracking that delivery person, someone is tracking your phone, your location, उस delivery वाले को आपके घर पहुंचाना है. This requires a lot of system and GPS, right? आपका GPS, GPRS सब कुछ चाहिए, बल्क SMS चाहिए, SMS का सर्विस चाहिए, OTP चाहिए, हर बैंक से OTP आ रहा है, हर जगह से आपको OTP, whatever you do related to money, you have to fill in an OTP. अच्छा, OTP का सर्विस कौन देता है? Airtel, Jio, they are also doing this OTP service. आप गूगल में साइन इन करते हो, गूगल कहता है हम आपको एक OTP भेज रहे हैं. गूगल सेंड्स यू एन OTP SMS से आता है. SMS कौन भेज रहा है, कौन सर्विस दे रहा है? वो Airtel दे रहा है. Right? Think about this, कितना बड़ा बिजनेस है. Everyone is doing so. अब गूगल पे जाते हैं, OTP आता है बैंक का, right? किसी भी साइट पे जाते हैं, wherever you go you get an OTP. गूगल में लॉग इन करते हैं, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में लॉग इन करते हैं, अपने कॉलेज की ID में लॉग इन करते हैं, you log in into any system, you get an OTP. OTP SMS से आ रहा है. SMS की सर्विस, who is providing this service? Airtel, Jio, Vodafone. These are providing these services. Right? That is enterprise business solutions. ऐसे बिजनेस सॉल्यूशंस इज व्हाट एयरटेल इज प्रोवाइडिंग. अभी इसी इतनी बड़ी कंपनी है दैट 725th रैंक इन फोर्ब्स वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट पब्लिक कॉर्पोरेशन 2021. 725th रैंक है एयरटेल की वर्ल्ड में. इट इज सो बिग अ कंपनी, राइट? Quickly, let's go to Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. अच्छा जी, भारत पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड. ये सुन के क्या लगे, राइट? नथिंग अबाउट दिस. द ओनरशिप, भैया ओनरशिप किसकी है? गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की. ओन कौन करता है इसको? ओन कौन करता है? गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ओन करती है. ओनरशिप इज बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज ओनिंग दिस कंपनी भारत पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड. अच्छा जी, लिमिटेड कंपनी है. लिमिटेड कंपनी है. लिमिटेड कंपनी का मतलब क्या हुआ? इट इज अ पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी. ये लिस्टेड है क्या? हाँ जी, दिस इज लिस्टेड ऑन स्टॉक एक्सचेंज. तो फिर गवर्नमेंट ओनरशिप कैसे है? बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट हैज मोर देन 51% ऑफ शेयर्स ऑफ दिस कंपनी. इसीलिए भारत पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेशन इज ए गवर्नमेंट ओन्ड कंपनी. इट्स अ पब्लिक सेक्टर कंपनी. अच्छा, अगर ओनरशिप, इट्स अ पब्लिक कंपनी, आई अंडरस्टैंड इट्स अ पब्लिक कंपनी, बट इट इज ऑल्सो अ पब्लिक सेक्टर कंपनी बिकॉज ओनरशिप इज विद गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के साथ जब भी ओनरशिप होगी, इट विल बी अ पब्लिक सेक्टर कंपनी. गवर्नमेंट के पास मोर देन 51% है. इट्स अ पब्लिक सेक्टर कंपनी. इट्स अ पब्लिक कंपनी बिकॉज इट्स अ पब्लिक कंपनी. इट्स अ पब्लिक कंपनी. लिमिटेड लग रहा है नाम के पीछे. नाम के पीछे लिमिटेड है. इट इज अ पब्लिक कंपनी बट इट इज ओन्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. इट इज ओन्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. इट इज अ पब्लिक सेक्टर पब्लिक कंपनी. करेक्ट? अंडरस्टूड? अंडरस्टूड? नो 3G 4G, ओनली शिवजी. वंडरफुल. दिस इज न्यू टू मी. दिस इज न्यू जोक टू मी. Direct to home, sir, Dish TV. Bharat Sanjana, your direct to home is like Dish TV, Tata Sky. That is direct to home. LTE. LTE is a form of your, आपके फोन के ऊपर आता है. When you're using your phone, आप सिम कार्ड के ऊपर where have you those bars of सिम कार्ड आता है ना, सिग्नल का, वहां पे LTE लिखा था. It is like 4G 3G. It is a technology for GPRS. Absolutely, Shiva. 51% or more shares owned by the government. That is why Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited is a government-owned company. It's a public sector company. Okay. Now, do you know that huge companies owned by the government, that is government companies, are tagged as Navratnas, Maharatnas and Mini Ratna. ठीक है? अभी गवर्नमेंट ओन्ड कंपनीज जो होती हैं, ओन्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट, गवर्नमेंट कहती है कि जो भाई बहुत बड़ी कंपनीज है, द कंपनीज विच आर वेरी 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 ह्यूज, दे आर ओन्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट, राइट? दे आर टैग्ड एज नवरत्नास, महारत्नास एंड मिनी रत्नास, राइट? इनको ऐसे बाइफिकेशन दे देते हैं बेस्ड ऑन दिस साइज. सबसे बड़ी होती है नवरत्नास, उसके नीचे होती है महारत्नास, उसके नीचे होती है आपकी मिनी रत्नास. ओके, नाउ व्हाट डज दिस मीन? As of October 2021, there are 10 Maharatnas and 14 Navratna companies in India. 10 Maharatna company है, 14 Navratna companies in India है. Right? We are about to discuss Bharat Petroleum. Bharat Petroleum की बात करने जा रहे हैं, which is a Maharatna company. Which is a Maharatna company. अच्छा, Maharatna company क्या है? Navratna company क्या है? There are different criteria. ठीक है? Government says, let's say आपकी शेयर कैपिटल इज मोर देन 25,000 crores, your market value is more than 1 lakh crores, your revenue is more than 10,000 crores, you are a Navratna company. If your capital is more than 5,000 crores, less than 25,000 crores, your revenue is more than 5,000 crores but less than 10,000 crores, if your let's say XYZ thing, your investment or your assets are more than 5 lakh crores, you are a Maharatna company. ऐसे क्राइटेरिया दे देती है गवर्नमेंट टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट बॉस, these are our biggest companies, these are the second biggest set of companies, and these are our big companies which are not as big but they are still big. तो क्या करते हैं? नवरत्ना बना देते हैं, महारत्ना बना देते हैं और उसको मिनी रत्ना बोलते हैं. They have categorized these companies into different groups. Okay. Now, in the beginning we talked about Nifty 50. Cool. All these companies, boss, ये देखो. In the beginning we talked about Nifty 50. हम निफ्टी 50 की बात की थी, नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज की टॉप 50 कंपनीज. ऑल दीज कंपनीज, जिन जिन कंपनीज के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं इन दिस एंटायर चैप्टर, एक्सक्लूडिंग सम ऑफ दोस कंपनीज, आई टेल यू व्हिच वंस. majority of companies. In सारी companies में से majority of companies are part of Nifty 50. National Stock Exchange की top 50 companies में आती हैं ये सारी companies, right? We'll also learn about Maharatnas, Navratnas, थोड़ा सा नीचे आएंगे, right? And then if you want to know more, I would really suggest after this session, 2 मिनट लगेंगे, Google करके देखना what is Navratna, what is Maharatna. You will understand it much better. Okay, let us study about Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. भैया, what is Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited? गवर्नमेंट ओन्ड कंपनी है. इट इज ओन्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. हेडक्वार्टर्स मुंबई में है. मिस्टर डी राजकुमार, मिस्टर के पद्मनाकर आपके एमडी सीईओ है. चेयरमैन है मिस्टर डी राजकुमार. सीएफओ इज नीलकंठ पिल्लई. विजय गोपाल इज योर चीफ फाइनेंस ऑफिसर, CFO. Okay, now it was started in 1952 as a private limited company. अरे बाप रे, 1952 में भारत पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड was started as a private limited company and its name was Burma Shell Refineries Limited, right? अच्छा, तो आपको अगर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी, तो ये रिफाइनरीज लिमिटेड कैसे है, प्राइवेट लिमिटेड क्यों नहीं है, राइट? क्योंकि बाद में ये लिमिटेड बन गई थी इसलिए, बट इट स्टार्टेड एज अ प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी, right? The company began its work on the marshland of Trombay at Bombay. बॉम्बे में एक जगह थी, उसका नाम था ट्रॉम्बे, right? 1952 में बॉम्बे के पास एक जगह है, मार्शलैंड है. मार्शलैंड इज काइंड ऑफ जो यहाँ पे आप कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पे पेट्रोलियम निकलता है. दैट काइंड ऑफ एन एरिया इज कॉल्ड मार्शलैंड. सो वहां पे ट्रॉम्बे में दिस स्टार्टेड इन 1952, right? As a private company by the name of Burma Shell Refineries. ठीक है. Now, what happened is Burma Shell group of companies was taken over by the government of India to form Bharat Refineries Limited in August 1970. आपका कब है? 1976 में. देखो 1976 में 52 में प्राइवेट कंपनी शुरू हुई. 76 24 years बाद the entire group of companies was taken over by the government of India. Government of India ने कहा हम आपका पूरा बिजनेस खरीद लेंगे. We will buy the entire business and we will turn it into a government company, right? The company was in 1976 में खरीदा. 1977 में they changed the name and the company was renamed as Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, right? The company was also the first refinery to process newly found indigenous crude Bombay High in the country. पहली कंपनी थी ये इंडिया में जो इंडिजिनस क्रूड में अपने देश का अपना तेल निकालने वाली पहली कंपनी. अपना तेल हम खुद ही निकालते. दैट इज व्हाट दिस कंपनी वाज द फर्स्ट कंपनी टू डू इन इंडिया, राइट? अभी आपका एलपीजी सिलेंडर आता है, राइट? भारत पेट्रोल का व्हाट डू वी हैव? भारत पेट्रोलियम के पेट्रोल पंप्स है. यू हैव डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स फ्रॉम भारत पेट्रोलियम. इंजन ऑयल्स है, वैसलीन है. आपके पास व्हाट वी हैव मिनी सिलेंडर्स, कमर्शियल सिलेंडर्स, बिग सिलेंडर्स इन फैक्ट्रीज. कितनी बड़ी बड़ी फैक्ट्रीज को गैस चाहिए होती है, कितनी बड़ी बड़ी फैक्ट्रीज को पेट्रोलियम चाहिए होता है. All of that is provided by Bharat Petroleum Limited. 40% of the international volumes in India are fueled by BPCL plane services. Do you understand what they're saying? Aeroplane में भी तो भाई पेट्रोल डलता है. 40% of the total volume, international volumes are fueled by BPCL plane service. 40% of the petrol, of the diesel, of the engine oil, of that entire fuel that is going into aeroplanes is done by Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited का plane services, right? एरोप्लेन के तेल 40% of the एरोप्लेन का पेट्रोल इंडिया में भारत पेट्रोलियम is providing, right? Cool. What is the vision? The vision is to be a model corporate entity with social responsibility. They want to be a company which is also fulfilling its social responsibility. सिर्फ पैसा नहीं कमाना, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट की कंपनी है. अब देखो गवर्नमेंट की कंपनी है, सिर्फ पैसा नहीं कमा सकते. दे ऑल्सो हैव टू डू समथिंग फॉर द पीपल. सो हाउ डू दे वांट टू डू दैट? दे वांट टू क्रिएट अ पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट इन द कम्युनिटी. सो व्हाट आर दे डूइंग? दे हैव ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड 150 विलेजेस विद वाटर स्कार्स टू वाटर पॉजिटिव. पानी पहुंचाया है बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल द मनी दैट दे हैव, दे आर यूजिंग टू डेवलप द नेशन, राइट? 150 villages में they have provided water. They are enabling education for 10 lakh children in India, to create a resource of expert panel on issues pertaining to our thrust areas, to environmental issues, to educational issues, to women empowerment, to women safety. इस सब चीज के लिए they are spending their profits. वो अपना profit use करके they are wanting to develop a nation because it's a government company, right? Think about this. Then पोर्टफोलियो, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सर्विस? भारत पेट्रोलियम की क्या क्या है? देखो, रिटेल में है, लुब्रिकेंट में है, एविएशन, रिटेल, नॉर्मल पेट्रोल लाइक यू एंड मी बाय, लुब्रिकेंट्स, इंजन ऑयल, स्कूटी ऑयल, ऑल दीज। आप स्कूटर चलाते हैं, आप स्कूटी चलाते हैं, यू विल सी उसमें ऑयल डलवाना पड़ता है, राइट? दैट इज व्हाट भारत पेट्रोलियम डज। एविएशन, एरोप्लेन, एविएशन इज एरोप्लेन्स, कार्गो, ऊपर से शिप्स जाते हैं, आपके शिप्स जा रहे हैं पानी में सामान लेके, प्लेन्स आर डिलीवरिंग थिंग्स, सारा पेट्रोल कहाँ से आ रहा है? भारत पेट्रोलियम एक कंपनी है जो काफी it's providing a lot of petrol to these services as well, right? Gas, LPG, all these things are provided by Bharat Petroleum. Now, Bharat Petroleum has the following refineries. Refineries क्या होता है? जैसे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का फैक्ट्री होता है, for a petroleum company you have refineries. Refineries from where you extract your petroleum and you convert it into different pure forms, right? ऐसे क्रूड ऑयल एकदम ऐसा नहीं होता, आप जमीन से निकालो गाड़ी में डाल दो. You have to process that thing, right? उसको heat से निकालोगे, उसको you will convert through chemical reactions, right? So it has one in Mumbai, Kochi, Kerala, Bina refinery located near Madhya Pradesh, and Numaligarh refinery which is in Golaghat district in Assam, right? So what is happening? मोबाइल में आपका मुंबई में है, मोबाइल बोल रहा हूँ, मुंबई में है, कोची में है, then Bina in Madhya Pradesh and Numaligarh in Assam, right? So these are the places where it has major refineries, right? Absolutely. Gain profit with social welfare is what Bharat Petroleum is doing. That is a great example. Difference between limited and public limited, कोई फर्क नहीं है. Public limited सिर्फ limited भी लिख सकती है अपने नाम को, right? Private limited को specifically private limited लिखना पड़ेगा, right? We will have to check, यार. Petla, I don't know what percentage Bharat Petroleum का government has. You might, I'll also have to Google. So you can also Google, right? हाँ, so loyalty program जैसे आपका पेट्रो कार्ड एंड स्मार्ट फिल, दैट यू कमिंग फ्रॉम हियर, राइट? लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम क्या? लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम क्या होता है? सो जो आप पैंटालून्स में जाते हो, गो टू अ सर्टेन कंपनी एंड जैसे कि वी बाय अ प्रोडक्ट, दे गिव यू अ कार्ड, नेक्स्ट परचेज में 10% ऑफ, नेक्स्ट परचेज में 5% ऑफ, दैट इज अ लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम. एंड देयर लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम्स आर कॉल्ड पेट्रो कार्ड और स्मार्ट फिल. आप पेट्रोल पंप पे जा, गो टू भारत पेट्रोलियम पेट्रोल पंप and tell them I want to join your loyalty program. So what they'll say is, cool. You fill up petrol, let's say you fill up petrol of 1,000 rupees. They say, I am giving you a card, right? Next time you purchase, use this card, you will get 10% off, right? And for every purchase after that, you will get 10% off because you are a loyal customer. आप हमेशा भारत पेट्रोलियम से ही पेट्रोल भरवाएंगे because you have that card. That is called a loyalty program. And their loyalty program के names are Petro Card or Smart Fleet, right? Forbes की रैंकिंग है 792. The rank of Bharat Petroleum Forbes की 2021 list is 792. It's such a big company, right? Awesome. अभी चलते हैं सिप्ला लिमिटेड पे. भैया सिप्ला क्या करती है? सिप्ला तो बड़ी ही अच्छी कंपनी है which is creating medicines. Pharmaceutical कंपनी है. सिप्ला लिमिटेड, अगेन लिमिटेड कंपनी, अगेन स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में ये है. Cipla Limited, 1935, headquartered Mumbai. Chairman Y.K. Hamid. Mr. Y.K. Hamid is the chairman. Present head is Umang Vohra. CFO is your Kedar Upadhyay, right? Cipla का tagline है caring for life. इसका tagline है caring for life. Cipla को कोई full form है? Is there a full form of Cipla? Yes, there is a full form of Cipla. Cipla is Chemical, Industrial and Pharmaceutical Laboratories, right? Chemical, Industrial and Pharmaceutical Laboratories. Cipla. Yes, this is the full form of Cipla. पहले, now they do not have a full form. इन्होंने क्या किया? Now look at this. The name of the company was changed to Cipla Limited in 1984. 1984 के बाद they have stopped their full form. Basically हमारा नाम Cipla ही है. We do not have a full form, right? So the company was changed to Cipla Limited 1984. In 1985, they got a bulk drug manufacturing facility by US. US ने उनका अप्रूव कर दिया कि whatever medicines you are producing are their world class medicines. You can sell your medicines in US, you can sell your medicines in Europe. 1985 में ही they could achieve this kind of quality, right? Now, it is a leading medicine manufacturer in India, leading medicine manufacturer. Cipla is a medicine manufacturer. It's a pharmaceutical company. Pharmaceutical means medicine, hospital से related, right? Healthcare से related. The company has about 1,500 pharmaceutical products. 1,500 तरीके की दवाइयां बनाते हैं in more than 60 therapeutical categories. In more than 60 categories, blood pressure, heart, हार्ट के रिलेटेड, किडनी रिलेटेड, आंखों के रिलेटेड, बालों के रिलेटेड, नाक के रिलेटेड, कान के रिलेटेड, मुंह के रिलेटेड. So there are 60 categories and they have around 1500 medicines, 1500 products in their portfolio, right? More than 150 countries may they export. They have a reach in more than 150 countries. They provide their medicines. Philosophy क्या है भैया? Philosophy क्या है? They want to develop good positive image by providing support to cancer patients. Their main focus is या हमें कैंसर के लिए काम करना है. They are working very hard to eradicate, to reduce the pain, to bring something new for the cancer patients, right? At low cost. Abhi cancer is very, very costly in entire world. They are trying to bring down the cost of cancer treatment in the entire world, especially in India. That is Cipla Limited. Okay, headquartered in Mumbai, bhaiya. Started in 1935. बहुत पुरानी कंपनी है, right? Slogan. What is the slogan? Caring for life. Caring for life. हमने अभी पढ़ा. Slogan बोलो, tagline बोलो. That is the same thing. Caring for life. What is the vision? Vision is global biotech company providing high quality products, right? And they want to access millions of patients worldwide by 2025 at affordable prices. They want कि दवाई सबको affordable prices में मिलना चाहिए. They want everyone to have access to affordable medicine by 2025. Is what their vision is. How do they want to achieve that? The mission is to create by using technology and innovation. They want to achieve that by using technology and innovation, right? Now, portfolio. अभी हमने पढ़ा portfolio क्या है भाई साहब. 60 therapeutical categories, 1500 products. What it tells more is कि नाम याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं. तो वैसे कि यार हम डॉक्टर बन रहे हैं क्या? Like including I can't even read this name. Okay, escitalopram. I can't even read this. That is why I did not take science. Then lamivudine, fluticasone, propionate. I can't even spell these things, right? So you also don't need to remember. This is just for knowledge. These are kind of products they are created, right? जिसका interest है, like a lot of you might also be interested. Go read about it. ये क्या चीज है? Like it's writing escitalopram is an antidepressant, right? So probably it is world's largest manufacturer of antiretroviral drugs. I have no clue what that is. You also don't have to like from an exam perspective. Don't be scared by this. It's more like a general information. Right? If you're interested, you can read more about it, and that is what the idea of the syllabus also is. Right? अगर आप I think this is wrong on me also. कि हम commerce है तो we will not know science, but we also should know a bit about what is happening with our body, right? So probably that is something we all need to do. Cipla currently manufactures more than 200 generic and complex APIs. This I know. Active pharmaceutical ingredients that are called APIs. These are the raw salts. These are the salts that are used to create medicines. The raw salt होता है, chemical compound होता है, that is used to create the medicines. They have around 200 generic and complex APIs. Right? Cool. Forbes में बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर लिस्ट में, फोर्ब्स की बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर लिस्ट में 460th रैंक है. वर्ल्ड में 460th रैंक फॉर बीइंग द बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर. आई थिंक फ्रॉम अ पर्सपेक्टिव, आप सीए बन के यू वांट टू वर्क इन सिप्ला, इट इज वर्ल्ड की 460th बेस्ट कंपनी टू वर्क इन, राइट? Cipla is an MNC, yes. Caring for life is the tagline, absolutely, yes. Okay. Sarthak has helped us. Government has 52.98% share in Bharat Petroleum. That's why it's a government company. Thank you, Sarthak, for searching and letting us know. Cool. ONGC भी यही करता है. ONGC भी यही करता है. We'll come to that as well. ज्यादातर कंपनीज मुंबई से हैं, and not necessarily ज्यादातर. जो पुरानी कंपनीज है, you remember, like for old, which are near independence. अब ट्रेंड देखोगे. So companies which started near independence, क्योंकि मुंबई was the commercial capital, right? So वहां पे ज्यादा start होता था business. But ऐसा नहीं. You'll have companies from Kolkata, you'll have from Delhi, you'll have from Pune, you'll have from South India, right? There are a lot of companies. Like your Madras presidency or your Maharashtra, your Mumbai, all these presidencies, or your Kolkata was a presidency at British times. These were affluent areas for businesses, right? बाकी जगह तो ज्यादातर we had small towns and villages and जंगल ही जंगल थे, right? when we were in 1950s or something. Small places, other development. So you'll see a lot of businesses around Mumbai, around Madras presidency, like Chennai and in areas in Tamil Nadu, in Kolkata, wherever the port was, or Kochi. Kerala, Kochi was a very, very affluent port. You'll see a lot of businesses there. So देखो ना शुरू कब हुआ 1935 में. Even before independence, this company started. Independence से पहले की company. अंग्रेज लोग थे. They were British in India when this company started. Right? So think from that perspective. Abhi they started this in let's say a place in Madhya Pradesh. There was not much opportunity there. Mumbai mein you had ports, Kochi mein you had ports. They were British people who were ruling. More interactions, more global presence. Right? So that is how these companies are more situated in those areas. Absolutely, yes. Cipla, so why not Sami? So bade hospital hi kaam kare. Why shouldn't Cipla work? Everyone should work for the betterment of society, right? Awesome. Shiva has knowledge about all these medicines, right? Because her father is a chemist. Awesome, Shiva. Do let us, I'll request you take a 15-minute session for all of us. To let us know what these medicines are. How do we even pronounce it? I feel so dumb. I can't even pronounce these names, right? अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है सोच के. I should be able to know what these things are, right? No worries. We'll take a session from you then. Oh, let us go to the next company, which is आपका Coal India Limited. Coal India Limited क्या करता होगा, right? नाम पढ़ के क्या लग रहा है? What do you understand भाई? Coal India Limited क्या करते हैं? ओनर देखो कौन है. ओनर फिर से अपनी सरकार, the government of India is the owner of Coal India Limited, right? And the present head, that is CMD, Chief Managing Director and Chairman, दोनों की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एक ही आदमी के पास है. दैट इज मिस्टर प्रमोद अग्रवाल. ही इज एन आईएएस ऑफिसर. ओके. सीएफओ, चीफ फाइनेंशियल ऑफिसर, इज मिस्टर संजीव सोनी. राइट. हेडक्वार्टर कहाँ है? कोलकाता. मुबारक हो. अ कंपनी अवे फ्रॉम मुंबई इन कोलकाता हेडक्वार्टर्ड इज कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड. राइट. 1975 में इनकॉर्पोरेटेड. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ओन्ड. कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड करता क्या होगा? हमें पता है क्या करता हो. आई नो व्हाट कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड डज बिकॉज इट इज कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड, राइट? इट इज एन इंडियन स्टेट कंट्रोल्ड कोल माइनिंग कंपनी. स्टेट कंट्रोल्ड बोले तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, राइट? It's owned by government of India. It's controlled by government of India. It is managed by government of India. It is a coal mining company. It is a coal mining company. It is the largest coal producer company in the world. It is the largest coal producer company in the world, right? It contributes about 84% of the coal production in India. 84% India का total coal production is done by Coal India Limited. कुछ ज़्यादा ही बड़ी हो गई है तो, right? Government of India owns and controls the operations through Ministry of Coal. Remember this, exam में बहुत ज़्यादा पूछा जाता है. Government of India owns it and controls the operations through Ministry of Control. Now think about this. Government of India तो keeps changing. अभी आज किसी की सरकार है जो वोट फॉर some other party will come become the government of India. कंपनी तो चलती रहेगी ना. The company has to keep working. So companies are controlled by ministries. The Ministry of Coal, Ministry of Aviation, Ministry of Petroleum, Ministry of this, Ministry of Human Resource. All of these ministries have bureaucrats. IAS officers होते हैं. You have grade A officers, grade B officers, grade C officers. You have officers, you have employees in these ministries who are then managing these companies which are owned by the government, right? So Government of India owns and controls this company, Coal India Limited, through Ministry of Coal. Ministry of Coal को बोला है बॉस आप ध्यान रखो ये कंपनी सही से चल रही है या नहीं. मेरे पास इतना काम है. I cannot manage single-handedly everything. I will take a stock of this, but Ministry of Coal, you take control. You understand the business better because you are the Ministry of Coal. You have experience in that. You ensure that this company's owned, is controlled and managed in the right way, right? That is what this ministry does. Cool. Any questions? Any questions that you have? Any questions? Producer of coal. Awesome. Priyanka's sister is also from pharma industry. I see a lot of good, like your sisters and your brothers and your parents and doctors who are becoming chartered accountants. ये तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही educational aspect हो गया. Your families are becoming a 360-degree professionals, right? Your parents, your moms and your dads are doctors and lawyers. Union government means central government, absolutely. Yes. Coal mining, extract, process, sell coal and coal-based products, absolutely. Yes, again. Right? Government makes ministry of every department. It's already there. देखो government बनाती नहीं है. The ministries are already there. The government keeps changing and tells them what to do. Right? So if they want to create a new ministry, they create it. If they feel so for better control. But now ministry तो बनी हुई है पहले से. Since independence of. Exam will be totally MCQ, boss. Yes. Yes, Varsha. आपका exam MCQ ही होगा. Philosophy क्या है? Philosophy क्या है? Right? To emerge as a global player in the primary energy sector committed to provide energy security to the country by attaining environmentally and socially sustainable growth through best practices from mine to market. Simple है. क्या कर रहे हैं? Global player बनना है by attaining environment and socially sustainable growth by taking care of the environment as well because the coal है. Coal India now what is happening is fossil fuels are going out of business. Electric vehicles, other alternate sources of energy, solar power, wind power, thermal power, ये सब आ रहे, right? A lot of different forms of alternate energy are coming. Coal India को थोड़ा सा they will have to take care of the environment. They have to be more smart in how they want to steer their business. Coal portfolio क्या है भैया? Coal India Limited produces coal through 7 of its wholly owned subsidiaries, right? 7 subsidiaries हैं इस कंपनी की, right? Subsidiary क्या होता है? Smaller company that they own, right? East Coalfield, Bharat Coking Coal, Central Coalfields Limited, Western Coalfield, Eastern है, Central है, Western है, Southern Eastern है, Northern है, and there is Mahanadi Coalfield and there is Bharat Coking Coal Limited. You can remember it this way. North है, आपका नॉर्थ है, ईस्ट है, साउथ ईस्ट है, वेस्टर्न है, सेंट्रल है, राइट? इट्स 8th wholly owned subsidiary, that is Central Mine Planning and Design Institute Limited, provides exploration, planning and technical support to all the other 7 subsidiaries, right? इन सारी 7 इन द subsidiaries को प्लानिंग एंड डिजाइन का जो काम है, हाउ डू यू प्लान अ साइट, हाउ डू यू प्लान अ कोल माइनिंग, दिखना कैसे चाहिए, होता कैसे है, व्हाट इज द बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस, व्हाट इज एनवायरमेंटल फ्रेंडली थिंग टू डू, इज एवरीथिंग डन बाय आपका CMPDIL, which is Coal Central Mine Planning and Design Institute Limited. जॉइंट वेंचर भी है, इनके 2 जॉइंट वेंचर्स भी हैं, इंटरनेशनल कोल वेंचर्स लिमिटेड, राइट? इंटरनेशनल कोल वेंचर्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड एंड देन दे हैव CIL NTPC ऊर्जा लिमिटेड. It is between CIL and NTPC. NTPC के बारे में भी अब हम पढ़ेंगे आगे, which is National Thermal Power Corporation of India Limited. Right? Thermal power के साथ भी इनका एक joint venture है कि मिलके let us produce some energy for the country. Coal India 770th rank है world's largest public corporations में. Right? 770th rank in the world is what Coal India has in Forbes largest public corporations of 2021 में 770th rank is Coal India, right? Cool. Subsidiary आपको पता ही है. What is wholly owned subsidiary? As the name suggests, it is a subsidiary, a sub part of the organization of the main company, which is entirely owned by the parent company. Thus wholly owned. Wholly owned. पूरा कंट्रोल मेरे पास है. सब्सिडरी इज अ सब पार्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एक छोटा भाई है मेरा, छोटा बच्चा है मेरा. दैट इज व्हाट अ कंपनी सेज. दिस इज अ स्मॉल कंपनी दैट आई हैव फुल कंट्रोल ऑन, राइट? फॉर बेटर कंट्रोल, फॉर बेटर मैनेजमेंट एक छोटा सा एक छोटी कंपनी और बना दी which takes care of those things. So what is happening is वो कह रहे हैं ईस्टर्न कोल फील्ड ईस्ट पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया में जो भी बिजनेस करना है, this smaller company will do. I will take control of this company and I will manage it from this smaller company. Okay. Joint venture क्या है? हमने पढ़ा था joint venture क्या है? You remember collective response. Collective response and internal response when we study what is a joint venture. Joint venture है जब दो कंपनी साथ मिलके एक काम करती है. That is called joint venture. Right? Cool. Portfolio याद रखना है. Yes, Misha. You will have to remember portfolio also. आएंगे questions. 100% आएंगे questions from portfolio. Right? Why does CIL does not have a chairman? Because CIL doesn't want a chairman. It is not mandatory. It is how that company, how that ministry of government wants to control is what the designation is. See, हो सकता है किसी कंपनी का CEO भी ना हो. They're just controlling everything from the chairman, सीधा CFO हो, right? It really depends on how the company wants things to be. Branches are different as compared to subsidiary. Absolutely yes. Subsidiary is entirely different thing from a branch. Okay. Cool. Let us go to the next company, which is Dr. Reddy's. Cipla का competition Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited. Cipla is a pharmaceutical company. Remember, उसका competition is Dr. Reddy's. 1984, headquarter Hyderabad. Mubarak ho, away from Mumbai again. Hyderabad, Telangana, India, 1984. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. Chairman, Kalam Satish Reddy. And present CEO is Erez Israeli and CFO is Parag Agarwal. Okay. It's an Indian MNC, multinational pharmaceutical company. Dr. Reddy's manufactures, markets a wide range of pharmaceuticals in India and overseas. The company has over 190 medications, 60 active APIs for drug manufacturers, XYZ. Right now, this acquisition it strengthens Indian manufacturing operations by acquiring American Remedies in 1990. Indian company है, इसने एक American company को acquire कर लिया, खरीद लिया. This acquisition made Reddy's the third largest pharmaceutical company in India. Third largest pharmaceutical company in India is Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited. ठीक है, after Ranbaxy, right? Ranbaxy number कौन सी है? Ranbaxy number 1 है, right? Ranbaxy number 2 है. Number 3 is your Dr. Reddy's with a full spectrum of pharmaceutical products, which included bulk drugs, intermediates, finished dosages, chemical synthesis, diagnostics and biotechnology. देखो Dr. Reddy's का क्या है? Dr. Reddy's का आपका synthesis, diagnostic services में टेस्ट होते हैं, blood test, ये टेस्ट, sugar test, kidney test, this test, that whatever test you do. All these products are also, all these things required for diagnostics is also what Dr. Reddy's produces, right? Okay. Philosophy क्या है? Again, bringing expensive medicine within the reach of the general public, addressing unmet patient needs, helping patients manage diseases better, enabling and helping our parents to ensure that the medicines are available wherever needed. जहाँ चाहिए वहाँ मिले. ऐसा ना हो someone is living in Nagaland and they want a medicine, वो medicine भी nearest, आपको nearest, वो कहीं कोलकाता मिलेगी. You want medicine to reach everyone in the country, everyone in the world, wherever they live. कुछ basic medicines तो उन तक पहुंचनी ही चाहिए, is what their philosophy is, right? Now, working with patients to help them succeed in their health goals, in their health scenario, जैसा वो चाहते हैं वैसा उनको मिले patients को, is what this company's philosophy is. Okay, portfolio देखिए. जेनेरिक दवाइयां बनाते हैं, ओवर द काउंटर बनाते हैं. ओवर द काउंटर क्या होता है? आपको ओवर द काउंटर जैसे योर वॉलिनी वगैरह मिलता है, राइट? सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर ओवर द काउंटर कि आप जाओ कैसे केमिस्ट से ले लो विदाउट प्रेस्क्रिप्शन या विद प्रेस्क्रिप्शन भी ले सकते हो. जेनेरिक इज सॉल्ट, अगेन बेसिक केमिकल कंपाउंड लाइक ओमेज, नाइस, टैमलो, रेजो, नाम याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, राइट? बट दिस इज फॉर जनरल नॉलेज. Pharmaceutical का ज़्यादा portfolio, I'm pretty sure you will not be asked in the examinations, but other companies का you can be asked. जैसे आपका Coal India की subsidiary के names you can be asked, Bajaj के bikes का name they can ask, right? Questions can come. Pharmaceutical का I'm pretty sure chances are very very less. तो ज़्यादा दिमाग मत लगाना इसमें कि भाई ये रट के जाएंगे. You do not. This is for general knowledge. You should know. You should know. So what are we doing? Chapter 3 क्या है? To understand business organizations. Thought process, keep that thought process in your mind that I'm trying to see how to understand a company. आज से 3 साल बाद I'm going to become a chartered accountant. I will go for jobs. I will do my practice. कोई company आती है मेरे पास. Someone comes to me, an opportunity comes to me from a company. How do I understand about that company? करती क्या है, कौन लोग हैं, who manages it, what is the ownership, when did it start, what is the history, what are products it makes, कौन सी कंट्रीज में ये काम करती है, इसकी रैंकिंग क्या है, ये कितनी अच्छी कंपनी है, कितनी बुरी कंपनी है. हाउ डू आई अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स, what it does, how good it is, what is the rank that this company has, should I go for this company, should I work for this company, should I get into this company, should I be a consultant to this company, should I do an audit, if I'm doing an audit of the company, ये नहीं सिर्फ I go and look at the books of the company, I also understand what this company does. You will go for your articleship, you will go for audits, you will go for internal audit, taxation, you will go for statutory audit, you will go for mergers and acquisitions, you will go for transfer pricing. कंपनी के बारे में समझना इज ऑफ अटमोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंस. बिना सिर्फ बुक देख के अच्छा 1+1=2 इन्होंने 2 लिखा, ओके गुड हो गया ऑडिट. दैट इज नॉट व्हाट एन ऑडिटर डज. एन ऑडिटर नीड्स टू अंडरस्टैंड, बॉस दिस इज व्हाट यू डू, ओके आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू डू, नाउ लेट मी चेक यू इफ यू आर डूइंग इट इन द राइट वे. दिस इज व्हाट दिस चैप्टर इज क्रिएटिंग एन एनवायरनमेंट फॉर यू कि बॉस ये है इस सिलेबस में, दिस इज व्हाई वी आर स्टडीइंग दिस चैप्टर टू गिव यू एन ओवरव्यू हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड अ company. Right? So exam की तरफ से सोचेंगे तो you have to learn certain things because you have to clear the examinations, but the idea is very simple. Company के बारे में समझना. You go for an interview. I'll give you a very practical tip. जब भी कोई interview, you have an articleship, you have an industrial training, you have a job interview, you have a client meeting. For a company with a company, the first and foremost thing you have to do is go to their website and read what that company does. Go to their website, go to about में who are the owners, who are the chairman, who is the CFO, what this company does, vision क्या है, mission क्या है, who are the clients, what are the products and services they give. जो about section है website का, that is this chapter, right? And why do you have to do that? Because questions will come from there. The person who is sitting in as an interviewer will ask, "Acha, you want to work with my company? Tell me what my company does. What do you understand by my company?" Unless you know what the company does, how are you going to answer those questions? How are you going? If the client comes and tells you, you are doing your practice, you are one of the biggest chartered accountants, there is a very big company, 1,000 crore rupees company comes to you, boss, I want to get your consultancy. I want to keep you as my tax consultant. Let us do a meeting. They go and tell you, you know, I work in Middle East also and I work in Thailand also. So I would want services from there as well. And you have no clue. You have not studied about that company and your boss, like, I don't know, you work in foreign countries also. What kind of an impression, what is an impression you're giving to the client? Right? You should be well prepared about what a company does. This is what this chapter is. Usko वैसे समझोगे, so it will become interesting. When you study from this perspective, this chapter the perspective to read this chapter changes altogether. इसको याद रखने के लिए पढ़ोगे तो इतना boring chapter है. I would have probably skipped this chapter. It is that boring. I understand. But from a perspective, like this is how I have to study about companies for my future growth. आगे के 50 साल मुझे यही काम करना है. This is what you're going to do. Share market में you become a trader. Share market में जाओगे. You want to invest into shares. You want to become a trader. You watch all these YouTube videos, YouTube influencers coming and telling you ये share अच्छा है. Analysis करते हैं. Let's do a technical analysis of a share. This is what they're doing. What does the company do? Who is the CFO? क्या पैसा कमा रहे हैं? कहाँ से कमा रहे हैं? What are companies? How will a war affect this company? Right? If it is written, let's say Russia is 22% of the business comes from Russia, and you know about this company. कि अच्छा, Dr. Reddy's, I'm just giving an example. 22% of the business is coming from Russia. मेरे को अगर ये knowledge है, I will know, boss, this company is going to go into drain for the next 1 year. इसके साथ तो बहुत लॉसेस होने वाले हैं, राइट? देन यू अंडरस्टैंड कि अच्छा इस कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करना अभी खतरनाक है. आई शुडंट इन्वेस्ट इन दिस कंपनी, आई शुडंट गेट अ जॉब इन दिस कंपनी because they will go into losses, they might fire people. Anyway, whatever your decision making is, right? That really depends on this, right? Cool. Purpose and chapter. I think I spoke a lot of gyan. Let us come back to the chapter. ठीक है. सर अगर पोर्टफोलियो भूल गए तो एक तरीका बता दीजिए याद रखने का. सी Sameer, I have never used those techniques. Probably you would have seen a lot of people doing that short form वाली thing. राम गया सीता मिली शाम से करके all these short forms. I've never done that. I think how you remember is simple. If you're interested, if you create your interest in the chapter, ना अपने आप याद आ जाएगा. अब लॉजिक है बॉस. मतलब if I tell you कि दवाई ये वाली दवाई ये बनाता है, Stamlo is made by your Dr. Reddy's. दवाई तो याद रखेंगे. बजाज डोमिना. If I ask you पल्सर कौन बनाता है, you know बजाज बनाता है, टाटा तो नहीं बनाता पल्सर. So if you start getting interest into that thing, अपने आप याद हो जाएगा. कोई ट्रिक लगाओगे तो पक्का भूल जाओगे, right? Okay. Arnav, you have to go by this study material, boss. Google से जाओगे तो फिर एग्जाम तो ICAI ले रहे. Your exam is being taken by ICAI, so go by ICAI study material. गूगल से जाओगे तो गूगल का एग्जाम देना, राइट? सिंपल लॉजिक सर. ICAI is going to take your exam. Go by their study material. This is your Bible for examinations. And essentially, the chapters, the syllabus is for you to open your mind. It's very good you're going on Google and searching. It's very good. You have to do that. Exam के बाद कोई पढ़ाने नहीं आएगा. In your general life, you will have to find knowledge. You will have to find things. You have to solve your doubts and queries अपने आप, right? And this is what these chapters are telling. कुछ भी डाउट होगा, you'll go Google. अच्छा ये क्या चीज है, अच्छा वो क्या चीज है, right? That is what you have to do in the next 100 years of your life. Cool. Okay. What is meant by subsidiary? We just studied subsidiary. ऊपर आपका on extra bubble, we did subsidiaries also, right? Weightage, Manisha, very clearly I mentioned in the last class also. No chapter has a weightage, right? It's a flat syllabus. किसी भी chapter की कोई weightage नहीं, right? Study each chapter equally. Everything is equally important, right? Everything is equally important. Everything is equally important. Cool. Let's go to philosophy. Bring philosophy हमने किया, generic names हमने किया, right? Look at this. Certain news about news में भी क्या कह रहे हैं? So certain about आपका Dr. Reddy's is. So company announced that it entered into definite agreement with this company, which is Wockhardt Limited, to acquire select divisions of the branded generic business in India. Now, what is happening in these business and news? क्या चीज है? Business and news is also certain thing. It's from a knowledge perspective, right? Syllabus सब कुछ exam के लिए नहीं है. Certain things are also at a foundation level to open your brains, right? News पढ़ोगे किसी कंपनी के बारे में तो you'll understand ये ऊपर जा रही है नीचे जा रही है, कर क्या रही है ये कंपनी, right? What is it doing, right? It was listed among 1200 of India's most trusted brands according to Brand Trust report, right? 1200 brands India के most trusted में Dr. Reddy's is also most trusted. The patients, the people trust this brand, right? Legal domicile क्या होता है? Pranjal, you tell me, what is legal domicile? You have studied this in BST. Domicile हमने पढ़ा हुआ है in class 11, 12 में. I'm pretty sure. What is legal domicile, right? Quickly search and tell me. While we go to understand about Flipkart. Flipkart के बारे में तो सब जानते हैं. You know what Flipkart is, right? Incorporated 2007, right? Founder Sachin Bansal, Binny Bansal, the current CEO is Kalyan Krishnamurthy. CFO Mr. Sriram Venkataraman, right? Sriram V is the CFO. Present CEO is Kalyan Krishnamurthy. Started in 2007. Headquarters is Singapore. Which is a legal domicile? That is what the question of Pranjal is. What is a legal domicile? लीगली ये कंपनी सिंगापुर की है, but operational headquarters are from Bangalore, right? The operational headquarters are in Bangalore, but legally ये company सिंगापुर में registered है. Legally this company is registered in Singapore, however the operational headquarters are in Bangalore. You remember I told you a concept of poem? You remember हमने poem के बारे में पढ़ा था कि नहीं पढ़ा था? Place of effective management, right? Place of effective management. यदि पेन गायब हो जाता है मजे ही आते, right? So place of effective management, you remember, that is what this place is. Name of the place where the company is legally incorporated is legal domicile and the operational heads are Bangalore, right? Tax saving के लिए किया जाता है. This is a tax planning. This is what is done for tax planning, right? This is exactly what is done for tax planning. Cool. Awesome. Let us go to our company introduction, which is Flipkart was founded in October 2007 by Sachin Bansal and Binny Bansal, who were both alumni of IIT Delhi, and they formerly worked in Amazon. Right. The company initially focused on online book sales with countrywide shipping. Following its launch, Flipkart slowly grew into prominence by 2008. It was receiving 100 orders per day. 2008 में it was only getting 100 orders per day. अभी तो every second it is getting more than this, right? It expanded very quickly over the years, acquiring a lot of businesses and finally sold off major stake to Walmart in 2018. 2018 में they sold their major stake. In August 2018, Walmart acquired 81% controlling stake in Flipkart for US dollars 16 billion. $16 billion देकर Walmart ने 81% of Flipkart own कर लिया, खरीद लिया, right? It's an e-commerce company selling almost everything retail through its website and mobile application, right? The service competes primarily with Amazon. In Amazon India, the direct competition is Amazon India, and now a lot of other businesses as well, like Meesho is there. There are different companies are coming into e-commerce. Every brand is opening their own e-commerce as well, right? Okay, vision to become the Amazon of India. Simple vision है. जो Amazon पूरी दुनिया में कर रहा है, that is what they want to do in India. They want to become the Amazon of India. Mission is providing delightful customer experience, right? क्या क्या बेचते हैं? Flipkart and its subsidiaries, they sell everything from fashion, lifestyle, electronics, mobiles, your books, your clothes, everything. What all companies have they bought and converted them into their subsidiaries? Myntra खरीद लिया, Jabong खरीद लिया, PhonePe खरीद लिया, eCart, Logistics, Jeeves, Too Good. All these are its subsidiaries, right? They have bought all these companies. Myntra, Jabong, PhonePe, eCart, Jeeves, Too Good. All these companies they have bought, acquired, and they're running them as their subsidiaries, right? Now you understand what is Flipkart. Flipkart तो easy है, सबको पता होगा. The main thing is Singapore वाला question, right? Singapore is the legal domicile for Flipkart and Bangalore is the operational headquarters. Cool. Okay. Let us go to Gail India Limited. Gail India Limited, again owned by Government of India, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. एक और government company आ गई, right? Also, Mansi, you're using Meesho. Is this company Indian or not? This is an Indian company. This is an Indian company. Even if the legal domicile is Singapore, the operational headquarters is Bangalore, and that's why it is an Indian company. Right? Permanent of the organization is legal domicile. Absolutely, yes. Then how it is Indian company if it is registered outside India? Okay, Chat. Question to you. You are born in Brazil. So let's say Chatan or Pranjal is born in Brazil. आप पैदा हुए ब्राजील में, जब आप 3 महीने के थे, आपके पेरेंट्स आपको लेके इंडिया आ गए, राइट? आपने पूरा जीवन अपना इंडिया में बिताया. यू स्टे इन इंडिया फॉर द नेक्स्ट 30 years, फॉर द नेक्स्ट 20 years ऑफ योर लाइफ. आर यू इंडियन और आर यू ब्राजीलियन? टेल मी. आप इंडियन हो या ब्राजीलियन हो? आप इंडिया में टैक्स भरोगे या ब्राजील में टैक्स भरोगे? ऐसे समझते हैं ना. छोड़ो इंडियन, लेट्स लीव इंडियन और ब्राजीलियन. You will pay taxes in India, you will pay taxes in Brazil. You were born in Brazil, you stayed in India for next 20 years. आप टैक्स कहाँ पे भरोगे? टैक्स इंडिया में भरोगे. बिकॉज जैसे भाई इंडिया में काम करते हो, इंडिया में सब कुछ करते हो, और जो ऑपरेशंस आ रहे हैं इन इंडिया, टैक्स तो बाहर भरोगे. ये कैसी स्मार्टनेस है, राइट? टू गुड इज ए सब्सिडरी. टू गुड इज ए सब्सिडरी, मदन. Flipkart is a private company. It's a private limited company. Flipkart is a private limited company. यहाँ पे लिखा होगा, right? Flipkart is a private limited company. But owned by Walmart, which is a limited company. Cool. Let us go to Gail India Limited, which is again owned by the Government of India, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, headquarters New Delhi. Mr. Manoj Jain and A.K. Tiwari, Finance Director. ये CFO है, इनको ये Finance Director नाम से बुलाते हैं, but he is the CFO, Mr. A.K. Tiwari. Present head or MD and CEO is Shri Manoj Jain. Chairman is Shri Manoj Jain, right? Gail India Limited was incorporated in 1984 as Central Public Sector Undertaking, which is PSU, Public Sector Undertaking. That means government की company हुई है, start में government company ही हुई थी under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. It was formerly known as Gas Authority India Limited. Okay, Gas Authority India Limited से गेल बना, उसका नाम चेंज करके इन्होंने गेल ही रख दिया, गेल इंडिया लिमिटेड. पहले गेल का फुल फॉर्म था. अर्लियर देयर वाज अ फुल फॉर्म फॉर गेल, बट नाउ दे डू नॉट हैव अ फुल फॉर्म फॉर गेल. व्हाट दे हैव इज ओनली द नेम, व्हिच सेज इट्स गेल इंडिया लिमिटेड. ओके, नाउ इट ओन्स कंट्रीज लार्जेस्ट पाइपलाइन नेटवर्क, राइट? It has more than 70% market share in both gas transmission and marketing of natural gas, of your gas, right? Now, it owns country's largest pipeline network, the cross-country 2,300 kilometer Hazira Vijaypur Jagdishpur pipeline with a capacity of 33.4 MMSCMD. That's a quantity. जैसे kgs में हम लोग करते हैं बाकी सामान को, MMSCMD is basically the capacity of gas. याद रखने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. It's for general knowledge, right? Today, the company owns and operates more than 11,000 kilometer long cross-country natural gas pipeline in India, having presence in 22 states in the country, right? What is the philosophy? To be the leading company of natural gas and beyond with global focus, committed to customer care, and mission is to accelerate and optimize effective and economic use of natural gas, right? Subsidiaries देख लेते हैं फटाफट से. गेल इंडिया, which गेल गैस लिमिटेड. गेल इंडिया लिमिटेड खुद है, गेल गैस लिमिटेड इसकी सब्सिडरी है. इट्स अ सब्सिडरी ऑफ गेल इंडिया. गेल ग्लोबल सिंगापुर पीटीई लिमिटेड, सिंगापुर में एक सब्सिडरी है. ब्रह्मपुत्र क्रैकर एंड पॉलीमर लिमिटेड, राइट? BCPL is also a subsidiary of GAIL. इतने सारे joint ventures हैं. The joint ventures of GAIL, it has so many joint ventures. It is working closely with other companies on certain projects, right? Avantika Gas Limited. GAIL has 22% stake in the company along with HPCL, right? Hydropower Corporation Limited of Government, HPCL, right? GAIL का HPCL के साथ 22.5% stake है इस Avantika Gas AGL, Avantika Gas Limited में. Then you have Bhagyanagar Gas Limited, 22% stake again. Central UP Gas में 25%, Green Gas में 22.5%. बाकी जगह देखिए, Indraprasth Gas Limited, IGL, Indraprasth Gas Limited. All these gas pipelines in North India are done by Indraprasth Gas Limited. उसके अंदर also GAIL has around 22.5% stake in the company. Mahanagar Gas Limited, Maharashtra Natural Gas, so many, Petronet, Ratnagiri, Tripura, Gail, China Gas Global, चाइना के साथ भी 50% इक्विटी इंटरेस्ट में है. गेल चाइना गैस ग्लोबल एनर्जी होल्डिंग्स लिमिटेड करके एक कंपनी है. It's a joint venture which GAIL has around 50% equity interest in that particular joint venture. Right. 1377th rank, 1377th rank in the Forbes World's Largest Public Corporation as per 2021. This is your GAIL India Limited. Absolutely. India. Does it pay taxes in Singapore? The tax rates are lower. It tries to do so खुशी, but Indian government has said, boss, इतनी smartness नहीं चलेगी. आपको इंडिया में टैक्स देना पड़ेगा. Absolutely. Walmart has given 81% share लिया है, so then Walmart का part हो गया. Absolutely, yes. It's a company owned by Walmart now. Right? Flipkart is a company owned by Walmart now. So Flipkart is reporting everything to Walmart. कि देखो हम ऐसे काम कर रहे हैं, मुझे ये काम कर रहे हैं, हम इतना पैसा कमा रहे हैं. They're telling to Walmart, which is a US की company. Right? Whether we have to remember these joint ventures and subsidiaries, Pooja, yes. जितना याद हो सकता है, do remember that. You will have to remember. ज़्यादा नहीं है, पता है. Not a lot of companies have this. 4-5 companies, specifically government companies, का ही joint venture will study. गेल का है, आपका NTPC का पढ़ेंगे, कोल इंडिया का हो गया. जो गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज हैं 3-4, सिर्फ उन्हीं का जॉइंट वेंचर है, so it is easy. सब कंपनीज का होता है, then it would be difficult, I agree. अभी सिर्फ 3-4 गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज का we have this, so it is probably थोड़ा सा तो याद रखना पड़ेगा, right? HDFC Bank Limited, 1994 में HDFC Group owns that, Mumbai. Chairman is Deepak Parekh, President MD Shashidhar Jagdishan, and CFO is Srinivasan Vaidyanathan, right? Headquartered in Mumbai, it is the first corporate office and full service branch of Sandoz House Worldly. मुंबई में जगह है वर्ली, उसके अंदर एक जगह है सैंडोज हाउस, वहां पे दे स्टार्टेड दिस बैंक. इट वाज इनॉग्रेटेड बाय द देन यूनियन फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर मिस्टर मनमोहन सिंह. 1994 में बना है ये बैंक. इट वाज इनॉग्रेटेड बाय मिस्टर मनमोहन सिंह, राइट. नाउ it is the first of its kind to receive an in principle approval from the RBI for the establishment of a bank in the private sector. ये इंडिया का पहला प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक था जो आरबीआई ने अप्रूव किया था. It was the first of its kind bank to start a private sector bank in 1994, which got an approval from the RBI. Right? बहुत बड़ा बैंक है. 12,260 ATMs, 4715 branches, 2600 cities को कवर करता है पूरे इंडिया में. Right? They give 15-minute two-wheeler loan, 30 minute में ऑटो लोन दे देते हैं. स्पेस ऐप करके ऐप है, SME बैंक है. They give 10 सेकेंड में पर्सनल लोन्स, they give 15 minutes में two-wheeler loans, 30 minutes में ऑटो लोन दे देते हैं. Right? The mission is to be the world-class Indian bank. It's a private bank. It's a private sector bank. It's a public company. It's a public company. HDFC Bank Limited. पब्लिक कंपनी बट प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक है, राइट. गवर्नमेंट के पास ज्यादा इसका ओनरशिप नहीं, राइट. पोर्टफोलियो क्या है? एचडीएफसी सिक्योरिटी, म्यूचुअल फंड, रियल्टी, घर वर खरीदवाते हैं, एचडीएफसी लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, एचडीएफसी अर्गो, कार इंश्योरेंस, ऑटो इंश्योरेंस, एचडीएफसी पेंशन में पैसा डलवाते हैं, एचडीएफसी फाइनेंशियल, एचबीडी फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज, आपका म्यूचुअल फंड, इक्विटी शेयर्स, डीमैट अकाउंट, सब कुछ एचडीएफसी आपको हेल्प करता है. फोर्ब्स वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट पब्लिक कॉर्पोरेशन में 116th रैंक वर्ल्ड में. इट इज 116th नंबर पे इन द बिगेस्ट कॉर्पोरेशंस, 116th, एंड नंबर 77 इन द वर्ल्ड्स बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर लिस्ट. वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर्स में 77th रैंक है. वर्ल्ड की बिगेस्ट कंपनीज में 116th रैंक है. इमेजिन हाउ बिग दिस कंपनी is, right? HDFC Bank Limited. इसी का एक और दुश्मन, एक और कंपेटिटर, ICICI Bank. Again started in 1994. देखो सेम टाइम पे खुला है. ICICI Group again in Mumbai. Chairman Girish Chandra Chaturvedi, President MD Mr. Sandeep Bakshi, CFO is Rakesh Jha. Right? ICICI Bank का फुल फॉर्म क्या है? Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, ICICI. Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India is the largest. HDFC से भी बड़ा है. It is the largest private sector bank and a multinational banking and financial services company. ये तो HDFC से भी बड़ा है. ICICI Bank currently has a network of 4867 branches and 14,300 ATMs. HDFC के 12,000 थे, इसके 14,000 ATMs हैं. It has branches in US, Singapore, Bahrain, Hong Kong, Sri Lanka, Qatar, Oman, Dubai, right? China, South Africa, and it also has offices in UAE, Bangladesh, Malaysia, and Indonesia. The company's UK subsidiary also has established branches in Belgium and Germany. UK, Belgium, Germany. ICICI Bank to udhar bhi chala gaya, right? Now, what is the vision? To be the leading provider of financial services in India. ICICI will leverage, mission क्या है, क्या करते हैं? How will they achieve, how will be the leading provider of financial services, maintain high standards, maintain healthy financial profile, play a proactive role in full realization of India's potential. भारत की industries में पैसा फूंक दो. Give out easy loans, give out good credit to the people so that businesses grow, so that people grow, right? Maintain high quality of standard, high standards of governance, transparency. आपका पैसा is secure with ICICI Bank. That is what they want to ensure. Okay. Portfolio same like HDFC. Retail banking करते हैं, prudential करते हैं, life insurance, mutual fund, demat account, equity, loans, credit loans, business loan, auto loan, education loan, banking services, online banking, net banking, retail banking, card, credit card, debit card, ATM, सब कुछ करते हैं सारे banks, right? So that is what this is: credit card, banking service, business banking, insurance, banking, funds and investment, mutual fund, deposit. यही सब तो portfolio है बैंक का, right? Okay, Flipkart is a subsidiary of Walmart, sort of, but it owns 80%. It's more like a very high majority subsidiary, right? That is right. फोर्ब्स की लिस्ट में 182nd रैंक है और बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयज में 65th रैंक. वर्ल्ड्स बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर 65th रैंक है आईसीआईसीआई बैंक, राइट? आईसीआईसीआई बैंक क्रॉस्ड माइलस्टोन ऑफ इशूइंग 2 मिलियन फास्टैग कर चुका है बाय 2019. अभी तो भाई 4 साल होने को आए. आज से 3 साल पहले दे हैड इशूड मोर देन 2 मिलियन, 20 लाख फास्टैग्स. Also, they had crossed the milestone, right? Indian Oil Corporation Limited. Indian Oil Corporation Limited owned by, ये तो किसने, कौन ओन करता है? It is again a government company, right? Indian Oil Corporation Limited, 1959, headquarters New Delhi. Chairman Shrikant Madhav Vaidya and Sandeep Kumar Gupta ji is the Chief Financial Officer. आज समझते हैं ये शुरू कैसे हुई थी, right? Indian Oil Corporation was incorporated 1959 as Indian Oil Company. Indian Oil Corporation का पहले नाम था Indian Oil Company. The company was renamed Indian Oil Corporation in 1964 following the merger of Indian refineries with it. एक और company आके इसमें जुड़ गई and then they named this new company called Indian Oil Corporation Limited. Okay, cool. What is it? 35% of national refining capacity, 71% of downstream sector pipelines, 71% of the downstream sector pipelines. That means from the raw material to the finished good of petroleum. So Indian oil है. Indian oil covers around 71% of the total India का हिस्सा in your oil production in downstream distribution की फैक्ट्री से, पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी से सारे बिजनेसेस को जा रहा है, सारे पेट्रोल पंप्स को जा रहा है. इज व्हाट दिस पर्टिकुलर कंपनी अचीव्स अराउंड 71% ऑफ द टोटल इंडिया, राइट? फिलॉसफी भी सिंपल है. मेजर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन एंड ट्रांसनेशनल इंटीग्रेटेड एनर्जी कंपनी. क्या बोल रहे हैं? ट्रांसनेशनल. सिर्फ इंडिया में नहीं, हमको बाकी कंट्रीज में भी ऑल्सो वी हैव टू go and sell our product, have to stretch out our businesses, have to expand our business to other countries as well. Okay, mission is excellence. आपको excellence की भी चाहिए. तो भाई 3 idiots के निकले. Indian oil is like 3 idiots. Excellence के पीछे भाग रहे हैं तो कामयाबी झक मार के आएगी, right? So that is what I'm saying. achieve international standards of excellence, we will be successful in it. To maximize creation of wealth, value, and satisfaction for the shareholders. Right? और क्या कह रहे हैं? Attain leadership in developing, adopting, assimilating state of art technology. Technology पे काम करना है हमें. To provide technology and services through sustained research and development. उसके लिए हम R&D करेंगे. हमें एक्सीलेंस लानी है वर्ल्ड क्लास, उसके लिए हम टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करेंगे. टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए हम रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट करेंगे. राइट? पोर्टफोलियो. Look at this. Indian subsidiaries of Indian Oil Corporation, Chennai Petroleum Corporation, Indian Oil, Creda Biofuels, Indian Catalyst Private Limited, right? Then foreign subsidiaries, देखो, Indian Oil Mauritius, Lanka IOC Middle East, IOC Sweden, IOCL USA, Ind Oil Global BV Netherlands. ये तो बहुत आसान है. इनके तो नाम में IOC, IOCL, Indian Oil लिखा है, हम तो पहचान लेंगे तो Indian Oil की सब्सिडी है. It's easy to identify, right? Business News Corporation list में 599th rank. IOCL is ranked 599th on Forbes World's largest public corporation list of 2021. Right? What is demat banking? What is FASTag? Right? What is demat banking? Shares के लिए you want a demat account. जहाँ पे आप shares के लिए, जैसे आपका for money you have savings account, for shares you have a demat account, right? Demat account में dematerialized paper नहीं है, dematerialized is your demat account, जिसमें आप shares रखते हैं. Shares खरीदते हैं, कहीं तो रखेंगे ना बैंक के पास, उसको बोलते हैं demat account. What is FASTag? प्रांजल, आप गाड़ी चलाते हो, FASTag होता है ना, वो स्कैन हो जाता है. There is FASTag for your cars to pay toll. आप टोल पे करते हैं, FASTag से पे करते हैं, डिजिटल तरीका है, right? It is private limited. Yes, Flipkart is private limited. Flipkart is private limited. When one company join to another company, the process is called, see, there can be, अगर एक कंपनी दूसरे को खरीद रही है, it is acquisition. दोनों मिलके काम कर रहे हैं, joint venture. एक कंपनी दूसरे को एकदम ऐसे खा जाती है कि भाई आज से तू कुछ नहीं है, सब कुछ मैं हूं, उसको बोलते हैं acquisition. और अगर दोनों घुल मिल जाते हैं एक दूसरे में, उसको बोलते हैं मर्जर. राइट? प्रियंका, कैन वी स्किप दिस चैप्टर? एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. बहुत क्वेश्चंस आते हैं इस चैप्टर से. एग्जामिनर्स फेवरेट चैप्टर इज चैप्टर नंबर 3, राइट? बिकॉज इट इज टफ फॉर यू, दे विल आस्क अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दिस. होना भी चाहिए. आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस शुड कम फ्रॉम दिस चैप्टर, राइट? बिकॉज इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. I know it's difficult, I know it's very boring, but the idea of this chapter is very, very important. Right? Cool. Let us go on to Infosys. Right? Infosys क्या करता है? Infosys Limited. Infosys is an IT company. We know what Infosys does. It's an IT company headquarters Bangalore. Chairman Nandan Nilekani and the President Salil Parekh, CFO being Nilanjan Roy. Okay. Started in 1981 by 7 engineers. सबके नाम है यहाँ पे. They resigned from Patni Computers and they started their own company. They changed its name to Infosys Technologies Private Limited 1992 and then in 2011 सिर्फ Infosys नाम रख दिया. Infosys का full form क्या था पता है आपको? Information System. Information System से they created Infosys and 2011 में they renamed themselves as Infosys only, right? सिर्फ इसको Infosys बुलाने लग गए from 2011, right? उससे पहले they used to call it Infosys Technologies Private Limited, Infosys Information Systems Limited, right? Infosys Technologies Limited is an Indian MNC, right? 50 countries में operations है, 85 sales and marketing offices with 114 development centers, right? Philosophy क्या है? Global respectable corporation that provides business solutions. IT company है, information technology company है, one of the biggest employers for chartered accountants, right? See, ये चीज बड़ी ज्यादा एग्जाम में आती है. The key products of Infosys, like you have Mana, that is knowledge based AI. AI is artificial intelligence platform, right? Infosys information platform analytics, Edgeverse, Finacle, global banking platform from by Edgeverse system. What does this mean? See, Finacle जो product है, आप किसी बैंक में जाते हो ना, If you go to a bank, let's say if you go to SBI, if you go to Canara Bank, आपको दिखेगा Finacle. If you go to Indian Overseas Bank, you go to Indian Bank, you go to Bank of Baroda. ये लोग क्या यूज करते हैं? इनके सिस्टम्स, जो इनका कंप्यूटर में जो सॉफ्टवेयर डला हुआ है, बैंकिंग सॉफ्टवेयर, दैट इज डन बाय इन्फोसिस. इनकम टैक्स की वेबसाइट इज मेड बाय इन्फोसिस. जीएसटी की वेबसाइट कौन बनाया है? मेट्रो में जाते हो आप, यू गो टू मेट्रो, मेट्रो की कार्ड्स है, मेट्रो का सिस्टम है पूरा, राइट? मेट्रो में आप कार्ड स्वाइप करते हो, पैसे डलवाते हो. ऑल दैट इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम इज क्रिएटेड बाय आईटी कंपनीज. विप्रो बना रहा है, इन्फोसिस बना रहा है, टीसीएस बना रहा है. All these things are done by IT companies. All these business solutions are created by IT companies, right? ऐसे ही Panaya, Scava, all these products are by Infosys. ठीक है? Forbes में they have 492nd rank. 492nd rank in Forbes is what they have, right? Forbes world's largest and 588 in best employer list of 2021. बेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर में 588th रैंक एंड आपका वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट कॉर्पोरेशन में 492nd रैंक. काफी बड़ी कंपनी है. इन्फोसिस भी बहुत बड़ी कंपनी, राइट? ओके, द सीईओ ऑफ इन्फोसिस इज नारायण मूर्ति. नो, ही इज द चेयरमैन एमेरिटस. सीईओ इज नंदन निलेकन. वॉलमार्ट एंड फ्लिपकार्ट का अग्रीमेंट इज एक्विजिशन और जॉइंट वेंचर. इट इज एक्विजिशन सर, जॉइंट वेंचर थोड़ी है. तो 81% जॉइंट वेंचर होता है. आओ मिलके काम करते हैं, मैं 80% आपको धंधा मैं खरीद लेता हूँ, आओ मिलके काम करते हैं. कौन देगा आपको इतना बिजनेस सर? इट्स एक्विजिशन, इट्स एन एक्विजिशन डील. राइट, दैट इज गो टू आईटीसी लिमिटेड. आईटीसी क्या करता है? सिगरेट बनाता है. आईटीसी क्लासमेट की बुक्स बनाता है. आईटीसी होटल्स चलाता है. इट्स अ कॉन्ग्लोमरेट, राइट? 1910 आईटीसी ग्रुप, हेडक्वार्टर कोलकाता. संजीव पुरी जी इज द चेयरमैन, ही इज आल्सो द सीईओ एंड सीएफओ इज सुप्रतिम दत्ता. ओके, नाउ it was established as a private company 1910 by British के टाइम पे. It was created as a private company. It was established as a private company as the Imperial Tobacco Company, ITC, Imperial Tobacco Company. But इसकी भी short form खत्म कर दी, और इसकी भी short form खत्म करके they called it ITC Limited in 1974. 1974 में बोला full form छोड़ दो, we will just call it ITC Limited, right? It is an Indian conglomerate company. What is a conglomerate company? Conglomerate company is a company which works in different businesses which are unrelated. Unrelated businesses में अगर कोई कंपनी काम कर रही है, if a company is working in unrelated businesses, we call it a conglomerate, right? ये FMCG में काम करती है. आपका अन्नपूर्णा का आटा आईटीसी से आता है, आईटीसी के अचार आते हैं, आईटीसी का आटा आता है, आईटीसी के चावल आते हैं. होटल्स भी है, right? Paper boards and packaging, gatte. The packaging material is prepared by ITC. Agriculture business hai. They have kheti, they have farms, and they also have information technology. ITC is also into information technology. IT का काम भी करती है. Unrelated business है. Agriculture भी करते हैं. आपका सामान भी बेचते हैं, साबुन शैम्पू भी बेचते हैं. होटल्स में भी है, सिगरेट भी बनाते हैं. They are the biggest manufacturers of cigarettes, tobacco, right? Tobacco manufacturer है. Unrelated काम कर रहा है. उस कंपनी को, a company which does unrelated businesses, we call a conglomerate. We call a conglomerate, right? A company which does unrelated businesses. Unrelated. एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए थोड़ी ना. टोबैको बनाने वाला चावल बना रहा है, कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं है. एक टोबैको बनाने वाला होटल चला रहा है, कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं है. Unrelated businesses, they are doing unrelated businesses. They're called conglomerate companies, and ITC is one such Indian conglomerate company, right? Sustain ITG's possession vision क्या है कि we wanted India's most valuable corporation. How will we do that? To enhance the wealth generation capacity of the enterprise in a globalization environment, delivering superior and sustainable stakeholder value. हमें क्या करना है? They want to be the most valuable corporation by delivering superior and sustainable stakeholder value. Superior, आपको शेयर होल्डर्स को बहुत वैल्यू मिले, कस्टमर्स को बहुत वैल्यू मिले, सप्लायर को वैल्यू मिले, सरकार को वैल्यू मिले. They want all of this for all these people, and that is why their vision is to be the most valuable corporation by achieving these things. Right? Cool. सेगमेंट पोर्टफोलियो क्या है? अच्छा, ये देखो आपका क्या क्या काम करता है आईटीसी, आप देख के हैरान रह जाएंगे. राइट? सिगरेट्स एंड सिगार्स, एफएमसीजी में आता है ये सब. देखो, ऑल ऑफ यू हैड दिस क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज एफएमसीजी, व्हाट इज एफएमसीजी, ये सब देखो, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर एफएमसीजी. जस्ट फ्यू थिंग्स, इसमें और भी बहुत कुछ आता है, बट एग्जाम्पल देखो. फास्ट मूविंग कंज्यूमर गुड्स, सिगरेट्स, नेवी कट, कैप्स्टैन, बर्कली, ब्रिस्टल, गोल्ड फ्लेक, सिल्क कट, ड्यूक, गोल्ड फ्लेक, सिजर, जॉन प्लेयर, ये सारे सिगरेट के ब्रांड्स हैं. व्हाट आईटीसी मेक्स. फूड, आशीर्वाद आटा, सनफीस्ट खाते हो, बिस्किट्स खाते हो, बिंगो, जिप्पी, किचन्स ऑफ इंडिया, बी नेचुरल, मिंटो, कैंडी मैन, ऑल दीज आर बाय आईटीसी. पर्सनल केयर में फियामा डी विल्स, एसेंसा डी विल्स, एंगेज डिओड्रेंट, सुपीरिया क्रीम्स एंड डिओड्रेंट्स, सब कुछ इज डन बाय आईटीसी. क्लासमेट की किताबें, यू बाय रजिस्टर्स ऑफ क्लासमेट, पेपर क्राफ्ट के अब रजिस्टर्स खरीदते हो, इट इज मेड बाय आईटीसी. लाइफस्टाइल रिटेलिंग, विल्स लाइफस्टाइल, जॉन प्लेयर्स, इनकी शर्ट्स आती हैं, इनके कपड़े आते हैं, दैट इज बाय आईटीसी. सेफ्टी मैचेस एंड अगरबत्ती, राइट, मंगलदीप अगरबत्ती आती है, इट इज बाय आईटीसी. अच्छा, अब होटल्स में भी काम करते हैं. दे हैव होटल्स, आईटीसी, ग्रैंड भारत. एवरी स्टेट का 5-star होटल is by ITC. ITC Grand, ITC Maurya, ITC Central Mumbai, ITC Windsor, ITC Bangalore, ITC, you have in Kolkata also, you have ITC Shonar Bangla, right? You have ITC Maurya in Delhi, ITC Maratha in Mumbai, ITC Rajputana in Jaipur, ITC Mughal in Agra. Hotels भी हैं, 5-star hotels भी इन्हीं के. Then they have paper boards and packaging, right? ये पेपर, जो आपके जिप लॉक्स आते हैं, गत्ते के डब्बे आते हैं, all these packing materials, all these paper boards are also made by ITC, right? Pharmaceutical की पैकिंग होती है, Flipkart, Amazon, इतने सारे गत्ते के डब्बे दे रहा है, सब ITC बना. ITC is making all these things, right? Who is the owner of ITC? Public is the owner, right? It's an ITC group, it's a limited company. लोगों के पास शेयर्स हैं, पब्लिक के पास शेयर्स हैं, right? It is not owned by one person or one group. It is owned by public. It's a public limited. सबके पास थोड़े शेयर्स हैं, मिलके दे दो, राइट? ओके, उसके एग्रीकल्चर बिजनेस भी है भैया, आटा चावल दाल सब कुछ ये फार्मिंग करते हैं, दे हार्वेस्ट. एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी में ऑल्सो दे आर कमिंग. इट इज कॉल्ड आईटीसी इन्फोटेक. द कंपनी विच इज वर्किंग लाइक इन्फोसिस और विप्रो को compete करने के लिए, दे ऑल्सो हैव एन आईटी कंपनी कॉल्ड आईटीसी इन्फोटेक, राइट? 833rd rank in the world and 453rd on the best employer list is what ITC has ranked. Okay, good. Next we have is Larsen and Toubro Limited. Larsen and Toubro Limited. भैया Larsen and Toubro Limited क्या करता है? कुछ नहीं करता है. It's an engineering company. It's an engineering company. Mumbai headquartered 1938 में आया था. इसकी हिस्ट्री देखो. द कंपनी हैज बिजनेस इंटरेस्ट इन इंजीनियरिंग, कंस्ट्रक्शन, मेट्रो बन रही है, फ्लाईओवर बन रहा है, मेट्रो बन रही है, फ्लाईओवर बन रहा है, रोड बन रही है, राइट? नाली बन रही है, नाला बन रहा है. दैट एवरीथिंग इज मेड बाय एल&टी. इंजीनियरिंग ग्रुप है, कंस्ट्रक्शन ग्रुप है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग गुड्स, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, फैक्ट्री डल रही है, कहीं पे बहुत बड़ा गाड़ियों का प्लांट बन रहा है, कहीं पे बहुत बड़ी फैक्ट्री बन रही है, एल&टी आके बनाता है, एल&टी आके डिजाइन करता है. एल&टी कम्स एंड डज इंजीनियरिंग, हेवी ड्यूटी इंजीनियरिंग, हेवी ड्यूटी बिजनेस इंजीनियरिंग, कंस्ट्रक्शन इज डन बाय एल&टी. एल&टी भी आईटी कंपनी में भी आते हैं. एल&टी ने एक आईटी कंपनी भी खोल दी है, which is आपकी Larsen and Toubro Information Technology Company, right? We'll come to that. वो नीचे portfolio में we'll see. History देखो, it was founded in 1938 by 2 Danish engineers. डेनमार्क के 2 इंजीनियर थे, उन्होंने इंडिया आए और आके ये कंपनी खोली. 2 people from Denmark, 2 Danish engineers came to India to take refuge. उनके वहाँ पे बहुत लड़ाई हो रही थी देश में. There was a war in their country. They came to India. They started this company, and this has become India's one of the biggest engineering companies. Right? Okay. The vision of L&T is L&T should be professionally managed Indian multinational committed to total customer satisfaction. उनको customer satisfaction से ही मतलब है, right? 130 subsidiaries and 15 associate companies. L&T has over 130 subsidiaries. 130 subsidiaries से ज्यादा है, इसीलिए इन्होंने भी नाम नहीं दिया, right? Okay, let us see portfolio. Construction and mining, right? जैसे water tanks, water treatment plant बनाना है, renewable energy, solar power plants बनाने हैं, power transmission plants बनाने हैं. We have to make buildings, factories, transportation infrastructure, national highway, road, bridge, flyover, कुछ भी बनाना है L&T. Electrical and automation, right? Relay meters, motors, बड़ी बड़ी motors in your dam. यहाँ इतने बड़े बड़े टेहरी डैम है, भाखड़ा नंगल डैम है, इसके अंदर इतनी बड़ी बड़ी मोटर्स लगी हुई है. L&T does that. Heavy engineering, process plants, nuclear power plant, defense and aerospace, critical piping, इतने बड़े बड़े काम is what L&T does. Hydraulic systems, hydrocarbon, offshore, onshore construction service, refinery बन गई है. इंडियन ऑयल ने कहा हमें रिफाइनरी बनानी है, L&T कहते हैं नो प्रॉब्लम, मैं आके कंस्ट्रक्ट कर देता हूँ, राइट? I have the expertise, I will construct a refinery for you. That is what L&T does, right? IT company, rubber processing machinery, power generation, metallurgy, metal, IT, infotech, मैं आपको बता रहा था IT कंपनी में भी है. Then it has technology services, बहुत बहुत काम है. Ship building, ship, इतने बड़े बड़े ships बन रहे हैं, L&T बना के दे देते हैं, right? Forbes की लिस्ट में 366th rank in the world's biggest companies and 127th rank in the world as best employer. L&T, Larsen and Toubro Limited. Larsen and Toubro Limited. Is it a monopoly? No. It is a monopoly? No. It is not a monopoly. Right? I explained this to you why are we writing limited after the company's name. Right? Company के पीछे limited क्यों आ रहा है? Because it's a public company. Public का पैसा लगा हुआ है. Right? Let us quickly go to the next company, which is आपका NTPC. What is NTPC भैया? What is NTPC? NTPC क्या है? NTPC is National Thermal Power Corporation Limited. National Thermal Power Corporation Limited is NTPC. Owned by Government of India. Owned by Government of India. Incorporation year 1975. Okay. Chairman Mr. Gurdeep Singh and CFO Anil Kumar Gautam. Okay. Absolutely. Danish engineers का नाम is Larsen and Toubro. Yes, उन्हीं का नाम है ये. उन्हीं का नाम है. Like Amarchand Mangal Das. That's Larsen and Toubro. NTPC is probably known as National Thermal Power Corporation Limited. Right. It is a public sector undertaking. सरकार की कंपनी है, तो it is a public sector undertaking. Right. Engaged in the business of generation of electricity and allied activities. It is top power company of the India. Power generation का काम है. National Thermal Power Corporation तो power generation का, बिजली का काम करती है. Right. Philosophy and mission is simple: energizing India's growth, sustainable, economic, efficient and environmental friendly. हर जगह यही, हर किसी का यही मिशन है आजकल. Right. Subsidiaries, 5 subsidiaries. मैंने आपको बोला. Government companies will have a lot of subsidies. So you will have to remember government companies की subsidies. बाकी किसी company का subsidies are not in the syllabus, but government company की subsidies we have mentioned. So पढ़ना पड़ेगा, right? Business NTPC is ranked 513th on the Forbes list 2021. 513 rank है NTPC की, right? Cool. What is ONGC? अभी सरकार को सारे काम करने पड़ते हैं. थर्मल पावर बनाओ, कोल बनाओ, गैस बनाओ. You have to create natural gas, coal, electric generation, this, oil and natural gas करो, Indian oil में पैसा डालो. Basic देश को चलाने के लिए what are the things you need? That is what the government does. Similarly, ONGC, government owned, headquartered in Uttarakhand. 1956 में बनाई थी, right? Currently holds 68.94 equity stake in ONGC. Sarkar, the government has around 68.94%, around 69% equity share that is ownership in ONGC, right? That is why it's a government company. बहुत बड़ी company. It produces around 77% of India's crude oil, right? ONGC क्या कर रही है? 77% of India का crude oil ONGC बना रही है. It is ranked 17th among the top 250 global energy companies, right? Global energy companies में 17th rank करती है ये out of 250 top companies, right? Again the same thing, sustainable, environment friendly, exemplary, excellence की तरफ जाना है, world class service देनी है, integrated energy business, dominate Indian leadership, and the portfolio of this company is the crude oil, natural gas, value added products to major Indian oil and gas refining and marketing companies को ये products देते हैं. Same काम है Indian oil वाला, एकदम same काम, right? वर्ल्ड फोर्ब्स की लिस्ट में, पब्लिक कॉर्पोरेशन लिस्ट में 665th रैंक and best employer में 404th rank is what ONGC has. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. ONGC. Right? Cool. इसमें जितने भी नेचुरल गैस है, ओके. So Vidhi is asking, why am I going all over them? So probably what do you want me to do? Probably should I not explain or go through this? You want to study this yourself? And probably what I'm doing is, what I'm trying to give you is a flavor of the chapter. Probably you will have to study this chapter. This is more into self-study kind of a chapter. I cannot make you remember things. I don't want you to like sit down and make notes with me. It's more like understanding. Abhi kya hoga? Remember this. What I'm trying to do here is, when I speak, when you hear about companies, right? जब आप सुनोगे, सुनने से ज़्यादा, you start understanding a lot more. You get a flavor of the thing. अच्छा ये पढ़ा था, अच्छा ये सुना था, अच्छा ये सुना था. When you start studying, you understand ये सुन लिया था, याद रहेगा. सुनने से you remember more than reading. So that is what my idea is, right? If it doesn't help, that is a challenge for me then, right? But I'm trying to do very small, crisp portions of these, right? ठीक है. Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. Again, अभी बिजली बन जाती है. Electricity is produced by different companies. Power Grid Corporation क्या करता है? They just transmit that electricity from that electric plant to your house. So let's say electricity बन रही है उत्तराखंड. Electricity बन रही है, let's say in Uttarakhand, in a dam near Uttarakhand. That electricity has come to your house in Agra, right? अब आगरा में हो, and बिजली and the electricity has to come from Uttarakhand का किसी डैम, इतना ऊपर कहीं डैम बना हुआ है in the hills. The electricity has to come from that plant to your house in Agra. अब बटन दबाते हो और लाइट जल जाती है. अब फोन चार्ज पे लगाते हो, चार्ज होना शुरू हो जाता है. But the electricity is being produced somewhere in Uttarakhand, somewhere in Himachal Pradesh, right? वहां से बिजली यहां तक लाने का काम पावर ग्रिड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया करता है, राइट? पावर ग्रिड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया डज दिस. इट इज एन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की कंपनी हेडक्वार्टर्ड इन गुरुग्राम, दैट इज गुड़गांव, राइट? It transmits about 50% of the total power generated in India. 50% of the total power जो generate होती है इंडिया में, उसको ट्रांसमिट करता है पावर ग्रिड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड, राइट? It operates a network of around 30,000 kilometers and points of presence in 210 locations across India. 30,000 kilometers cover करता है पावर ग्रिड ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड. 30,000 kilometers. If you go from Kanyakumari to, let's say, ekdam, from your Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Ladakh to Kanyakumari, I think then also it's 4,500 something odd kilometers, right? 4,500, 4,600 kilometers is what I remember. And this company is covering 30,000 kilometers. Think about it, top to down, left to right, cross, this पूरा देश कवर करना. Around 50% of the total power is transmitted by Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, right? सेम वही वर्ल्ड क्लास, ग्लोबल, सस्टेनेबल, सेफ्टी एंड इकोनॉमी, रिलायबिलिटी, सेम विजन एंड मिशन. गवर्नमेंट का विजन एंड मिशन तो सेम ही है, सस्टेनेबल हो, रिलायबल हो, एंड गिविंग अ वर्ल्ड क्लास सर्विस टू द नेशन, राइट. This is exactly what we studied. 30,000 kilometers का network, right, is what its portfolio is. All these 13 are its joint ventures. All these 13 are its joint ventures. Powerlinks, Torrent, JP, Northeast, Prabhati Koldam, etc., etc. All these are the joint ventures. It is working together with different companies on different areas of the country, right? We have, Ganesh, we have a lot of female CEOs as well, right? Government में we have very few, but banks में you will see बहुत ज़्यादा now female dominance in fintech, right? Cool. Okay. We'll come to a lot of female CEOs as well. A lot of things are changing probably. A lot of new companies, देखो government में still we have that challenge, but in private companies you will see a lot of Accenture की CEO. You go to your big fintech banks, all these new age startups, all these new age companies, marketing companies, Facebook, all these have very senior female leaders, right? It's fascinating to see that. Then subsidiary of Power Grid is POSOCO, Power System Operation Corporation Limited. Power System Operation Corporation Limited, also called as POSOCO, is its subsidiary. Forbes में 796th rank है इस कंपनी की. Forbes में it has 796th rank, right? फटाफट से let us do Reliance Industries एक बार. ये तो सबको पता है. Let us do this quickly and then we'll wrap up today's session. नेक्स्ट सेशन में क्या करेंगे? I will give you a brief right away. हम question answers करें, right? I would want you to study these companies. I would want you to go through all these companies, go through chapter 1, go through chapter 2. I have uploaded chapter 1 and 2 की PPTs. You want to go and refer that, do that. Study from the study material. Next session में we'll do question answers. We'll do good number of question answers, good number of MCQs. Beyond very new questions specifically for you. Study material से नहीं होगा, कहीं से नहीं होगा. I'll prepare that for you. Okay. We'll do those questions. And we will also quickly brief through आपका foreign companies. Reliance में तो इंडिया की भी 2-4 ही बची हैं. We'll do that. Foreign companies को भी पढ़ लेंगे. Right? 30 minutes इसमें लगेंगे. We'll spend there. But 1 घंटा I'll do MCQs. Right? For practice. 1, 2, 3 so that you get a flavor. या समझ आ गया. Syllabus हमको समझ आ रहा है what we have to study. But exam में question कैसे आएगा is what is more important. I know as a student, I also always had this fear that समझ आ गया क्या पढ़ना है. Exam में कैसे आएगा? How will this come to me in the examination? How is the exam going to be? So we'll do that. I'll bring questions which are exam oriented in the next session, right? Let us quickly study Reliance and wrap up for today. Okay. Reliance Industries Limited. RIL. सबको मालूम है Reliance क्या करता है. Everyone knows Mr. Mukesh Ambani. CFO is Shrikant Venkatachari and Alok Agarwal. रिलायंस ग्रुप ओन करता है रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड को. हम रिलायंस ग्रुप की बात नहीं कर रहे. वी आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड. रिलायंस ग्रुप के अंदर वी हैव जियो, रिलायंस दिस, रिलायंस दैट, रिलायंस वो, सब कुछ करता है रिलायंस. उसमें से वी आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड, राइट. Reliance Industries was founded by Dhirubhai Ambani and his brother Champaklal Dawani in 1960s, right, as Reliance Commercial Corporation. 1966 Reliance Textiles बना. They started their business from textiles, कपड़े का धंधा करते थे, right. Vimal, you have heard about this company called Vimal, Vimal Textiles, Vimal के कपड़े आते हैं. That is Reliance का brand. The company expanded its business into textiles with Vimal becoming its major textile brand for later years, right? The name of the company was changed from Reliance Textile Industries to Reliance Industries Limited in 1985. Okay. Reliance has businesses across India: energy, petrochemical, textile, natural resources, retail, telecom. सब कुछ का धंधा Reliance Industries के अंदर ही आ जाता है, right? All these businesses of energy, production, pharmaceutical, petrochemical, textile, natural resources, retail, communication, telecommunication, सब कुछ इवेंचुअली फॉल होकर रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड के अंदर आ जाता है. The company has over 30 lakh shareholders. However, Ambani family holds approximately 52% of the total share, whereas remaining 48% shares are held by public shareholders. 48% आम जनता होल्ड करती है, 52% is held by Ambani family, right? Philosophy क्या है? To touch the lives of people in a positive way, right? The mission is growth is energy, growth is value, growth is happiness, growth is life, right? They want to grow and grow. बड़ा होते जाना. That is what their mission is, right? It has 81 subsidiaries and 10 associate companies, right? Reliance Retail business देखो क्या क्या business करते हैं, right? देखो क्या क्या business करते हैं. Reliance Retail, Reliance Fresh है, Reliance Footprint, Reliance Time Out, Reliance Digital, Reliance Wellness, Reliance Trends, Reliance AutoZone, Reliance Super, Reliance Mart, Reliance iStore, सारा काम Reliance करता है, right? Reliance Life Sciences देखिए, right? It works in pharmaceutical, दवाइयाँ भी बनाता है, right? Biopharmaceutical, clinical research services, Dhirubhai Ambani Hospital, right? Very famous hospital in Mumbai. Exploration and production, petroleum, we know Reliance का petrol है. Reliance has petrol pumps. Exploration and production of coal, of petroleum products. Petroleum and refinery. Petrol ढूंढ के उसको refinery भी करते हैं. Right? They refine that oil for different cars, for commercial use, for plane use, for aeroplanes, for cargo. Reliance Petrochemicals, like they have products like polymers, polyesters, all these chemical compounds for industrial use. This is what they do. Reliance Jio भी है. Reliance Jio देखिए. Reliance Jio is also there. It's like a subsidiary to the Reliance Industries, right? Jio तो हम सबको पता है क्या करता है. It's a competition of Airtel. Network 18, you see, Viacom Network 18 digital media movies बनाता है. Your Colors TV, your Colors channel, your CNN, your IBN 7, your History TV 18, Viacom 18, your Voot, the online OTT platform owned by Reliance. Reliance owned करता है. Reliance Textiles, this is Vimal है, which has production, which has manufacturing in 58 countries, right? All of this is done by Reliance. Rank 55 in the world. Rank number 55 in the world's biggest companies. And best employee list में the rank is 52nd. Right? That is how huge, that is how big Reliance is. Right? Vimal not पान मसाला. Vimal पान मसाला नहीं, Vimal कपड़ा वाला Vimal है. Right? Sure, Manisha, so आपका MTP ना, the questions what I'll do in the next session are probably going to be just like MTP. The concept will be same only आपका, right? Model test paper जैसा ही होगा. We'll study like examination only. We'll have questions like examination, right? Cool. So I have taken 5 more minutes from your Saturday. Really sorry for that, but I think the chapter is quite huge. थोड़ा time इसमें लगेगा, right? But next session, be very prepared. Study this chapter पूरा. खुद से पढ़ लो. I'll do this in the next session, but खुद से पढ़ लो. Do chapter 1, do chapter 2, do chapter 3, and we'll have a short quiz, right? Tough होगा थोड़ा सा मुश्किल बनाएंगे, so that it challenges your brain, and we'll do that chapter, right? Alright guys, with that, let us wrap up for today. Thank you so much for joining on a Saturday, giving me your afternoon. And I'll see you in the next one with a quiz, with this chapter, and any doubts that you have, as always helping you with those queries, right? Okay guys, so let us stop here for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.